Kult Divinity Lost. And tonight, we are going to be playing Kult Silent Hill. Before we do that, a couple things. Number one, thank you for watching. This is going to be my love letter, not just to Silent Hill, but also to Kult Divinity Lost. I don't want to call it a homebrew, but I guess it kind of is a little from a setting perspective. But we're going to be using the Kult Divinity Lost rule set. Virtual HorrorCon is powered by Gehenna Gaming, but with support from Carrion Comfort Studios and Darker Days Radio. Carrion Comfort Studios is hosting this actual play. If you like what you see tonight, subscribe. Brother Wes is one of my favorite people of all time, and this is actually one of my favorite channels on Twitch. If you like what I do, go check us out on Gehenna Gaming. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch. You don't have to subscribe, but you can if you want. This weekend, we're raising money for Black Girls Code. So there's going to be a link, hopefully somebody will post in the chat, to our Tiltify. And right now, I do believe, where are we in terms of, I believe we raised about $440 so far.
Correct.
So if we can get that number up slightly, if we can go past 500, that would be amazing. But if not, that's okay too, because I understand that times are tough, money is tight. But any support is appreciated. If you're looking for any more updates for Virtual HorrorCon, I highly suggest going to our portal at virtualhorrorcon.com. It has your schedule for workshops, your schedule for actual play streams, also for the panels, and of course, all of the virtual games which are going on behind the scenes. I am really, really excited about this convention. I'm super excited for my two guests to join me. I'm going to give both of you an opportunity to intro yourselves. Rachel, why don't you start?
Hello, I am Rachael Lindman, better known as Super Rat Lord on Twitter.
Thank you so much for joining us. And I think this is the first game that you and I are playing in together.
Yes, it is.
Right?
It's so exciting.
Have you played Kult before?
No.
Ooh.
I've seen the Helmgast like Sinners and Saints, but
yeah. Well, I run a hell of a Kult game. And
He does.
You're a hell of a player, so I'm pretty honored to have you here. And of course, one of my brothers in arms and brothers in dice, shall I say, Rick, why don't you introduce yourself?
I am Rick Wheeler, one of the co-founders for Gehenna Gaming, who's putting on this virtual HorrorCon. You can find me at Oops All Setite on Twitter, and you can find me Rick Wheeler anywhere. That's my name. Other than that, as Mark said, we are doing Tiltify donations directly to Black Girls Code. I have been in communications with one of our friends on Twitter, Attack on Cat Attack, who has been generous enough to donate a number of copies, let's say 3 copies, of Escape from the Neighborhood, a spooky TTRPG for spontaneous play. And I'll just say that the top 3 donations for this stream will win some copies of that, and I will tweet that into the chat box here. So I'll be taking those names down, and I guess how you give these out is still kind of complicated. So reach out to me once we see that you guys have won, and I will send you their way so that they can provide you with a copy of this very cool game set on Halloween night.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so how can people we're having them donate towards the Tiltify. You can even just go right to Tiltify and donate immediately, or if you just like what you see and at some point you're like, you know what, I like the cut of their jib, I'm gonna donate. Mm-hmm. Between now and the end of this stream, we'll find the top donor, or are we picking at random?
Maybe we'll pick at random.
Cool, because that
way we can get more people donating to Black Girls Code.
That's not a bad idea, because then we'll be able to get, if someone wants to donate $1 or $100, we can get everybody in between too.
Sounds good.
I love it. Awesome. So from now until the end of the stream, and I don't think it's a stream after this, so I don't know how long we're going to go. We're going to shoot for 3 hours. But feel free to donate. If you do, thank you so much. This organization does a lot of really, really cool stuff for the community, especially for Black girls, to get them trained in coding and Python and everything else, and really improve the world. Because honestly, in my opinion, I think organizations like this are supremely important. It's one of the big reasons why we chose them. There is something I need to cover, though.
Mhm.
I'm going to give a little bit of a content warning here. But before I do, I like to do this thing with Kult. Kult is one of those games that can be kind of rough. Now, before this, we obviously used formalized consent. Me and the players here have discussed what those red lines are, what's not okay to cross, what is okay to deal with, what is not okay to cover. But Kult in the book says to use a safe word. And I like to take that just a little bit further. What we're going to do tonight is we're going to pick a safe word, and that safe word is going to be used just in case one of us crosses one of those red lines, or even, to be honest, bumps up against something that may be a little too much, a little too uncomfortable for you as a player. And if that happens, I want to empower you. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pick a safe word. If you say it, when you invoke that safe word, when you as a player, not as your character, but when you as a player are feeling uncomfortable, you can invoke that safe word, and then you take control of the scene. Just for a moment. You can right set the ship. You can reverse something that happened. You could change an action from an NPC. You can even change where we are in the scene. Go reverse, go back in time, or go forward in time. Whatever you'd like to do to make sure that you're feeling the most comfortable and having the most amount of fun. It's a fun way of using the safe word, but at the same time, I don't like to go, well, let's see if they're going to use it tonight. So hopefully we won't use it, but if we do, you're empowered enough to make things better. What do you think?
Sounds gravy.
I love it. That's the way games should be.
Totally. And also, makes it fun for me and for you and keeps me honest. Question is, what's the safe word?
Teddy bear.
Love it. What do you think?
It's
I'm
from
good. Yeah.
Demolition Man. Just where he opens up the locks. Yes.
A lot easier than saying 3 little seashells.
Mhm.
Yeah. How do you use the 3 seashells?
You don't know how to
Who
use the
knows?
3 seashells?
What an idiot.
Hold on, let me just go over to the wall meter. Fuck you, son of a bitch.
Classic movie.
Yeah, it really is. That's the go-to safe word always.
Okay, teddy bear is the safe word. That's the one that we're going to be using. So, teddy bear. I'm invoking my teddy bear. My teddy bear is going to be not brown but blue. It's a blue teddy bear with maybe green eyes. So when you say that, that'll flash in my mind, and I know I need to kind of hold up for a second and get into a comfort zone. All right.
Have you seen my bear Tibbers?
It's a good thing there's no. I was thinking about putting some kind of stuffed animal in this game, and I'm glad I didn't.
Good thing you didn't.
For you, the audience who's watching, Kult Divinity Lost is not a game for the faint of heart. This game deals with some sensitive themes, including body horror, fear, violence, loneliness, fog, a creeping sense of dread, that feeling you get when you're all alone in the room and you've never been before, and the demons inside you, the ones that are living inside of your body. They're trying to get out in a desperate attempt to justify the actions that you're feeling guilty about. Take heed. Take warning. If you are of the faint of heart, if this game is too intense for you, if you don't like Silent Hill or horror or creepy stuff, there's other stuff going on in the convention. Go check it out. In the meantime, for all of you who are watching, welcome. I heard something the other day. Did you know that if you were to sit quietly, and I mean sit as quiet as you can in the grass within the Forgotten Rose Garden of Rosewater Park, you would find the exact spot that's perfect for listening to that beautiful foghorn that blares across Toluca Lake. The town of Silent Hill likes to bathe itself in this sound without interruption, kind of like a guilty soul sitting and waiting for the final judgment. Rachel, you're sitting somewhere, but you have a different name. What is your name, Rachel?
Dahlia, like the flower.
What a beautiful name. Well, you're sitting in a lobby. You're not sitting in the grass. You're sitting in the lobby of St. Jerome's Hospital in the city of Ashfield. You're not waiting for judgment, but you are waiting to see a friend. It's a pretty typical hospital. In the waiting room in the daytime, nurses, doctors, and hospital staff are everywhere. Nervous family members with congratulations balloons, a man crying in the lobby, bored teenagers on their phone. They told you over the phone to check in and wait in the lobby until a nurse would come down and bring you to the room where your friend is waiting.
I'm just, bouncing my leg. Got that ADD thing going on. Gonna flip through the old Cosmos, maybe stare at the wall clock some more.
There's some people around. There's a man standing kind of kitty corner to you. He's crying.
This is, well, do I want to even go up and ask him what's wrong? I mean, it's a hospital. He could tell me some things I don't necessarily want to hear, like his wife just died or some weird shit. I'm just gonna chalk it up to his son was just born, he's happy. But I'm going to keep kind of sneaking glances out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah, you're darting your eyes around the room. You could see the threshold guardian of a woman who was sitting behind the counter who told you very sternly to sit there and wait. There's a couple of seats down from you. There's a teenage girl with multicolored hair and thick makeup.
I like her. I like her shoes.
She catches eyes with you and looks back down on her phone.
I'm gonna start checking mine because I'm just waiting in this lobby and I've been here for how many hours? Jeez.
This place like fucking sucks.
No shit.
Like we have to like wait for so long. It's so stupid. Like nothing serious is happening. I'm just waiting for my mom.
I mean, hold on. Are we like in the ER or we're just in one of the regular waiting rooms?
You were in the lobby.
Yeah, so I don't know. Some of the stuff coming in from the ER is pretty serious. I mean, a couple of hours ago, I think somebody had a stroke.
Really? Do you think they died?
No. They just coded for like a little bit.
You know,
But
I wish
you should have heard the nurses talking about it. They were so dispassionate. It was wild.
Yeah, these people don't give a fuck about us or anybody else. They must see death like all the time.
I mean, it's probably like a coworker at this point.
Probably. I want to know about that.
I like your shoes.
Oh, thanks. They have pockets on the inside.
In the back of my college brain, you could put your weed in there.
Yeah, if I like totally smoked it, I definitely could. I don't do any of that stuff though. My mom wouldn't be happy about it.
Wait till college, because then you get away from your family and you get to live in a dorm, like with all your best friends, really close.
Oh my god, I cannot wait to be out of my mom's house.
Yeah.
Who are you here to see?
Oh, my friend. Okay, so I was called by my friend to come see her, and she didn't even tell me what was wrong. So, like, she didn't even tell me if it was like routine surgery, if somebody was actually hurt. She just said to come see her, and since she's my best friend, I came.
I don't blame you. I mean, she's a stupid bitch for not telling you, but she's your stupid bitch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom's here. Oh, it's nothing serious. It's just, I don't know. It's probably something cosmetic or something, like her lips again or her butt.
Oh my gosh. Does
I know.
your mom get lip injections?
All the time.
Have you seen the YouTube videos of those getting infected?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I've been wanting to get Botox for a long time, but my mom says I have to wait until I'm out of her house. But she gets it like every 3 days. I know. Maybe this time the doctors will finally locate the fountain of youth that she's trying to find on her face. If I'm lucky, she won't make it back from the other side.
Oh no.
Yeah. Maybe she'll end up like one of those stroke victims.
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
It's fine. I joke like that all the time. She doesn't even care.
Your family life sounds wild.
Yeah, it's like totally wild. I can basically do whatever I want. I can go over on the other side whenever I want.
Other side of what?
Town. I can go on the other side of town whenever I want. It doesn't even matter. Like, she doesn't even care. Besides, she's like half drunk by the end of the day, anyways.
Dear Lord, like. Okay, so character doesn't know how to react. So I'm just gonna sit there and let her talk, and I'm just gonna be catty with her.
So as she's just kind of throwing weird comments and probably trying to make herself look cool in front of somebody older than her, whom she probably thinks is very cool. On the other side of the hospital, there's a man in scrubs on the 3rd floor. Rick, who are you? What's your name?
Well, my name is Henry. I am an RN at this hospital, but I call myself Dr. Henry to the patients. It gives them an easier modicum of trust, and it makes them feel better. It makes me feel better too. But a lot of the other staff, they don't know I do that.
Yeah, well, it's hard to keep a face in front of somebody when they don't respect you, right?
Yeah, well, screw them. I'm here for the patients, and I feel like a good bedside manner goes a long way for recovery.
Hey, doctor.
Yeah.
You have a note.
Oh.
Your computer screen is flashing. There's a patient who has a guest. You need to go down there and pick her up. It's the regular, the dime store tour.
Yep. All right. Well, I just finished with this other schmuck. I will head down to the lobby and pick this person up.
So, you were saying that it's not serious?
Oh no. I mean, probably gonna keep you here a couple days.
Oh, that's not so bad. It's my birthday in a couple days, and I hope I can get out of here soon.
Hey, if you're still here, you want to meet me for a piece of cake down in the cafeteria?
I make a hell of a Manhattan.
Do you?
I haven't been able to touch the stuff, but yes. My wife, when she was alive. Never mind. A couple days.
Couple days. I'll see you there, Mr. Whitaker.
Okay, well, thank you, Doctor.
Hey.
You're a good man.
Hey, we try around here. Now, you just concentrate on getting better.
Can I still smoke?
Hey, open the window. They won't know.
Yeah, they won't know. They won't know. I'll just open the window. It's a very big window.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor.
How you feeling?
Alone. Oh.
What do after I meet this patient, you want me to come back, maybe watch one of the shows if I get a late night?
Doctor, I would like that. The nurses are not too nice.
Oh, that's a shame. Tell you what, Mr. Whitaker, we'll get some quality time. Me and you will hang out like old pals. Tell me about how you make this Manhattan so I can make one at home, right?
Sounds nice. That sounds very nice. Every time I push this button, I feel like it doesn't work for the second time.
Really?
Is it broken? I keep pushing it, but I'm still in a lot of pain.
You know, sometimes they put a regulator on those things. You can only use them so many times so you don't hurt yourself, Mr. Whitaker.
Ah,
Take too much.
regulations. It always ruins everything, doesn't it?
I know they got it down to a science, you know, body mass index, X amount of millimeters. Maybe I'll talk to the guy on staff and be like, hey, this guy missed a dose. There was a problem with the button. See what we can do. As long as it's in the safety guidelines, you know.
So long as I could stop feeling this pain, and I could just get on the other side of it. Thank you, Doctor.
No
I'll
problem.
see you tonight.
I'll see you then.
Don't get lost.
Oh, I've been working here for a long time. I know all the ins and outs. I won't get lost.
So as you leave, the old man, you walk through the hospital and make your way downstairs. Are you going to stop anywhere on your way?
Maybe. I'm going to stop at the nurse's station.
You walk up to the nurse's station. It's kind of a half donut in the middle of the walkway there. There's a young woman with very big curly hair sitting behind the counter, just typing stuff and fiddling through files.
Hey, Dolores.
Oh, hi, Henry.
How you doing?
Oh, you know, just started.
Did were the last couple nurses who've been in to see Mr. Whitaker?
Oh, that old perv?
He's a perv, is he?
You know he likes to grab butts?
I did not. He's not grabbed mine.
Good. I told him. I said, Mr. Whitaker, the next time you do that, we're going to have a problem.
Oh my. I had no idea that that was happening.
Well, honestly, he's not that bad. He's just a lonely old man. I don't know if he's going to make it that long, so maybe it's nice that you stop in so much, because I know that he's been less cranky since you've been stopping by.
Well, you know, he says he's pretty lonely. I guess he's got the dead wife
And nobody else. No one comes to visit him. You know that, right?
that's what I've been told.
I don't even know if his insurance is covered by the state, but
No, that's the worst. Well, you know, if he's not long for it, I figure try to make him comfortable, happy. You know how it goes.
I'll send him some extra cookies.
Yeah, just keep a distance. Maybe throw him from the door, huh?
I'll put it on a tray and I'll slide it across the floor. Maybe you
Hey,
can go down
that's
and
a
pick
pretty
it up.
smooth move there. I'm going to think of that one next time I visit Veronica Handstrom. She drives me nuts, that old bird.
She's the worst. You know, all this construction that we have, it's been putting everybody on edge, myself included. I get lost every single time I try to come up here, closing down random floors. Did you know they closed down the whole entire second floor?
No, I haven't had to go up there in a while.
Yeah, well, that's the cancer ward. You wouldn't want to.
No, I don't want to.
I don't know. All I'm saying is that this has been going on for about 2 years now. And you think that they would finish. I mean, this is a hospital. They make a lot of money.
Yeah.
They don't pay me that money, but...
Solidarity.
Yeah. Go on strike.
And then what? People like, you know, where all these people got sometimes. It's one of the reasons I don't.
Yeah, I know. I don't mind when he flirts. He's old, he doesn't know. But he needs correcting.
Just get his mind off and ask him how to make a Manhattan. He was going on and on about that.
Oh, I know. He told me all about it. You know he was a bartender?
I did not.
Yeah, I don't know if he owned a bar or what. But he was talking to me about Manhattans and martinis, and that man could drink. He's been here for a long time, and it's very nice of you to visit him so much. You don't have to. He's not really on your schedule at all.
He's on my floor. You know, if I got extra 5 minutes, what's it going to hurt me?
Listen, when they start calling you doctor, just remember me.
Well, that'll be the day. But I call myself that. Don't tell anyone.
Really?
Yeah, why not? It's fun.
Maybe I should start doing that. Carry around a stethoscope.
Hell yeah.
You know, we are the backbone of this place.
Of course we are. We're like the lower decks. If you get lost, let me know. I know all the ins and outs of this place. But how long would you say Whitaker's been here?
At least a year and a half.
Oh, damn. Practically right after construction started.
Yeah, right around the time. There's a bunch of patients that have been here for a long time when the construction started. I like to pretend that maybe they're moving the patients around, trying to confuse us.
We confuse them more than anything.
I confuse myself. This paperwork confuses me. I gotta finish this up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've taken too much of your time. I got somebody waiting in the lobby in the, you know how that is. Sometimes they're there for hours.
The tour. Why'd they start doing that? Probably because of construction.
Can you imagine how many germs are on those magazines?
Tons. You know, people wipe their nose on it and they touch them?
It's gonna be disgusting. I think half the reason people end up here is because they touch the goddamn magazines and the Mad Libs and shit.
And I swear to God, nobody knows how to cough like Dracula style. They just cough.
Someday they'll learn.
You know,
if they do, though, we'll be out of a job. 30 magazines all the way.
I'm all for it. I'm okay with it. I mean, one day they're going to make everyone wear a mask.
No way.
It could happen.
You're fucking crazy.
We do it. It's comfortable. I do
want to when you're over a body that's cut open.
Or when I'm going to the grocery store and I want people to leave me alone. It's kind of like a doctor thing. It's like a mask.
You could just tell them to fuck off. You're important.
Oh, I say that too.
I bet you do.
All right, Henry.
All right, there. Well, hey, you take care. Let me know if anything happens with Whitaker.
Yeah, you too. She goes back to her paperwork. What do you do?
I'll head downstairs. I'll finally meet this person, do my job. Chit chat makes this place bearable.
Dahlia, you're having some chit chat.
Oh boy, am I. You can tell this girl is a teenager. Like, I know I'm early 20s. I have just gotten out of this, so I am just listening to the shit she is saying and just I'm enjoying it on a very like people enjoy to hear gossip sort of way, but also I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, it truly is the divide between generations. You're finding that at one point she's trying to reach up towards yours and you're trying to reach down towards you. It's kind of beautiful, really. This lobby is an intersection of generations. There's an old Hispanic man in his 60s holding a balloon that says congratulations, and a little stuffed rabbit. There's a man coming into the lobby wearing scrubs. And Dr. Henry, you see two young women chatting it up, looking very colorful in the middle of that lobby.
I'm going to watch for a minute, see if there's a break in conversation. They look like they're having a good time, and a good time in this place is something you don't want to interrupt.
So I told her, like, it doesn't even matter. Like, the dance is so so more important. Like, this is once in our lifetime. It's the prom.
I don't know. My prom was alright.
Yeah, I know it's kind of stupid, but like, this is the
Well,
last.
no, it's not stupid. It's like you want to go because this thing gets hyped up, and then you actually go and you have a nice time, but then afterwards you're just like, what do I do now?
Well, you go to an after party, duh.
Yeah, the after party was for me was consoling a girl in the bathroom because her boyfriend had just broken up with her, and so she's openly weeping in the prom bathroom, and I spent my time doing that. Which was great and all. I stopped her from making horrifying decisions, but oh my goodness, I could have been doing other things.
Sometimes you need to make horrifying decisions to make the world less horrifying.
Hey there. I am looking for a Dahlia.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, well, catch you on the flip side, home skillet. I'm out.
Oh, yeah, girl, it was so Starship and Millennial. That's what the kids say.
No, they don't. But your mom's doing fine. I think they solved the leak.
Yeah, the leak. Ugh. She goes back to her phone. Obviously, her face is bright red, and she's now entertaining herself on God knows what's going on, whatever app she's using. She's ticking and she's talking, and you two are talking.
Right this way, miss.
Ah, thank you. And as we get a bit further away, thank you for the rescue. That girl's fucked up. Just a little.
She's in here a lot, and yeah, I mean, when you come from, her mom is a piece of work.
Yeah, I was thinking that. She was telling me her mom is a piece of work.
Yeah, her face gets an oil change like every 30 days.
By the way, not that I'm here for that girl's mom, but my friend, do you know what she's in here for? How's she doing?
Well, I'm here to go connect you to the doctor and to see what's happening. So I've been told myself. I just got a note saying that I should come pick you up, take you to the room.
Okay, it's Heather's room, so just throwing that out there in case you don't know which patient you're going to.
You got it. And I will head to that wing.
That's the west wing on the 5th floor. All the way on the other side of the hospital. You have to go through the 2nd floor, which was closed, and parts of the 3rd floor. God knows what elevators are working right now. Which elevators are you taking?
Well, there's a pair that I like the best because when you work at a place for so long, you have your favorite elevator. It's the one that doesn't smell like awful cigar smoke with the cloves that they overpacked back in the 70s. It's one that got installed after they passed the regulations. So this one is more clean, less dented. It's my elevator. I'm gonna go to that one. It's to the right of the lobby.
You go there and you push the button, wait for the elevator to come. The sound dings and the doors open. And you walk in. The elevators close, and you hear a clunk and a clink. The elevator rises. Slower than normal. Behind the walls, you're hearing a little bit of a buzzing, a rattling.
Is this elevator like gonna fall while we're in it?
Believe it or not, this is one of the better ones.
That's terrifying.
Right?
And I have got a death grip on the like railings, the hand railings.
The elevator stops and opens on the 4th floor.
Damn thing. I gotta hit the 5th floor button again.
The doors don't even close, and the light doesn't even turn on the button.
Uh,
Well,
switch
that's embarrassing.
stairs, and I would like to hop out of this elevator because
It's perfectly safe. And I'm gonna
I've
like
seen the
jump
internet
up and down
videos.
a
I
little bit
don't
on
need
this thing.
to. No, nah.
It's just a, there's a lot of construction going on here. Still sitting there bouncing the elevator. I'm like, this thing's fine.
Dude, you're gonna die. Just stop it. You're gonna break the
People
counter
die
when you
every
get
day.
out of the elevator. We
All
will
right.
use the stairs.
Everything upstairs is fine. This is my elevator. I'm pretty upset about it.
There's a stairwell just around the corner. You can hear some of the construction, power tools and grinding and hammering behind the walls. There's pretty well lit. I mean, it's a hospital. Floor's empty. But when you go into the stairwell, it feels different. Just like any other hospital, it's concrete, less tile.
Cold, and it kind of smells like dry.
Very dry, mildewy. You walk up the stairs, and there's a big door that's a big number 5 on it. There's a pane of glass with lattice work of wires in between the 2 panes of glass. Presumably, just in case something smashes into it, it doesn't smash the window open.
Well, here we go. And I'll open the door and head on to floor number 5 to find Heather's room.
As you're walking through, you see that they started putting down the vinyl plastic on the floor and starting to cover some of the paint on the walls with clear plastic drape. Looks like they're about to start doing construction. There doesn't really seem to be anybody on this floor, or at least in the wing that you're in. And some of the lights are flickering. Some of the neons are not fully lit.
You sure they said the 5th floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my note says.
This looks like it's still under construction.
And they haven't even begun yet, as far as I was told.
Oh.
But maybe they're starting?
What kind of hospital y'all running here? Dear goodness.
Oh God, I wish I ran this place. But let me tell you, I'm just one of the worker bees like everyone else. I'm going to look around for a nurse's station, see if I can flag down anyone who might be working on this floor. If there are patients up here, then obviously someone's going to be working it.
It takes you, I guess, probably a minute or two walking through the labyrinth hall. And you can see a nurse's station, but it looks like it's powered down, kind of like they do at night when they turn the lights really low. There's no one behind it. You don't really hear anybody walking around or sitting behind there or working on any kind of paperwork.
Weird. I'm going to go to the nurse's station computer and see if maybe anyone's still logged in.
Yeah, so it's a big square old computer with a black screen and green numbers. You have to put your password in. This thing is obviously using the legacy system, the old system before they updated it. Your password should work.
Excellent. I'm going to type that in.
Welcome, Henry, RN. Command.
Logged in users.
1 user. Henry, RN.
Patient, Heather.
0 patients. Heather.
Patients. General.
Two patients.
Names.
No names.
What? Let's see. Rooms.
Room 6. First floor.
What about first floor? Jeez, got the wrong thing. I'm gonna type in fifth floor.
No floors. 5.
No, this is a practical joke. There's no fifth floor.
Dude, are you, how's that going, buddy?
Weird enough that I don't mind showing you, since there's no one up here to tell me I shouldn't.
Well, I mean, you do work here. I trust that you're allowed to use that.
Yeah. Looks like something bizarre is going on with it. It's telling me there are no patients on this floor.
Well, is
And
it
I got
like...
a note earlier saying that Heather was here and to pick you up.
Okay, so...
Super weird.
Is it just construction? Should we go back downstairs?
I mean, I guess I'm going to take a quick walk down this hallway to see if there's any patients in the rooms at all. This computer just could be, I don't know, affected by the construction, I guess. It's got to be someone on this floor.
I'm just gonna stay leaned up against the desk, because, I don't feel like walking into a different patient's room. That's awkward.
Yeah, no problem.
So Dahlia, you're gonna sit kind of at this nurse's station while Dr. Henry walks down the hall away from you.
Yep, I've just got, the elbows up on it, just leaned over in that posture of apathy.
And Henry, where are you going exactly?
I'm going to be walking down like the wing where they have all the different patient doors. You got odds and evens.
Yep.
Left and right. You got the patients who get the good rooms with the windows, and you got the other ones who are stuck in the corridor kind of thing.
Well, as you walk through the hallway, there are certain rooms that are completely black. Obviously, there's nobody in there. Other rooms with a warm light, but there's plastic laid down everywhere. As the further down the hallway you get, it looks like the more prepared they are for construction. And in fact, in some of the rooms, there's just kind of a nice dusting, kind of a remnants of possible construction. The clear plastic is caked with a residue. There's no one in any of the rooms. You can see the rolling nurses stations that typically would have a laptop on top and maybe some supplies. No computers on them. Obviously, no one has logged in, but have left the rollers as they typically do, just because they kind of belong to this floor.
Well, geez, looks like somebody didn't get the memo. This place is already wrapped up and ready to be worked on. I'll head back to the nurse's station where Dahlia is and tell her this place looks like it's a freaking ghost town. It must have wrapped up already. We'll go downstairs and as I see her, I'm like, let's go downstairs and you can find your mom on like the first floor or something. The computer said there was patients down there.
You mean Heather, my friend?
I got the girl downstairs.
Yeah,
mixed
I
up.
know. We look so similar, but again, she's messed up. Yeah, this place needs to be worked on. I'm really glad Heather's not up here. So, let's rock.
Where are you going?
I suppose down to the first floor, but that elevator's broken, so we'll have to take the stairs.
Yeah, I'm not taking that elevator, buddy. No.
So you go back to the door that you came and make your way down the stairs. As you're walking down each floor, the numbers seem to not quite make sense. The big number 5 in the first door, you walk down, and the next number is 6. You walk down to the next floor, the next number is 9.
What?
You walk down to the next floor, that number is also 9.
And as I see these numbers changing, I'm getting kind of panicked, and I'm like running. It can't be right. Can't be right.
Running down the stairs.
You see
faster
this?
and faster.
Well, yeah, dude, like, as I'm leaning over the railing, whoa, 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 whoa.
This one too.
Yeah, wait for me.
I do slow my pace, but I'm like, this is.
How much faster are you going to be running down, Dr. Henry? Faster than Dahlia? Are you
Yeah,
gonna...
I'm like skipping steps. Like as soon as I see like 2 in a row that are not only messed up, but like sequentially out of order, like they skipped numbers, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. So I'm like skipping a step or two.
So Dahlia, you're seeing him, your doctor here. He's moving very fast, and he's kind of forgotten about you, it seems, and he's really obsessed with kind of what floor he's trying to get to. And
I'm going to start looking at the doors to see what is freaking this dude out, or if he is just having like a trip of some sort, because he's a doctor. He can get a hold of the good drugs.
Yeah. Well, you do notice that the door says number 9, and the next door also says number 9. They all have the same kind of windows.
I'm gonna chalk this up to construction, and I'm going to just try and catch up with Henry, because like obviously this is just a mix-up in construction. They put the wrong doors on. That stuff just happens.
Yeah, especially with all the plastic on the floors and on the walls, and with some of the railings that are missing. And in fact, in the middle, as you're going around a stairwell, there's that railing that keeps you from falling to your doom all the way down to the bottom of the stairwell. Those seem to be gone, taken apart. You can see the parts of the railings have kind of leaned up against the side of the wall. They're probably most definitely doing construction here, I'm sure, probably.
Oh, well that, and they really should just have this taped off, cordoned off, because this is super unsafe. Welcome to the OSHA violations.
Do you want to look down the hole?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I do kind of want to, but also there's always that little voice in the back of your head that says, jump, you can fly.
Well, let's have you do this. Let's have you act under pressure, okay?
Okay.
Because you're going to be looking down the hole of the center of the stairwell, and you're going to have to try to fight a little bit, that little inkling feeling of, you should jump. So why don't you roll plus coolness? On your character sheet, there's a number next to coolness. So roll your 2 d10s and add that coolness score to it.
Coolness? Have you seen me? I'm the coolest. So
That's why you're here.
Plus 1. Act under pressure. Dice. Go into your dice roller. So 10 plus 8. 18, 19.
Yeah, you look down the hole, and you successfully fight that little inkling voice in your head that tells you to fall to your doom.
And I tell that little voice, I'm not feeling that depressed today, buddy.
There is a face on the floor, though, looking right back up at you. It's probably about 10 feet tall, 9 feet wide, with big buggy eyes.
Hey, Henry. Wait up.
As I hear her say something, I jump back to my, oh wait, I'm supposed to be escorting someone, and start heading back up the stairs slowly.
I'm gonna guess that we're suddenly gonna be flipped, and you're up there and I'm down here. When did that happen?
So you're Henry, you're gonna run back up to try to meet Dahlia?
I'm not gonna run, but I'll like walk a little fast going up the stairs.
Yeah, you pass the door with the number 9, and you go up to the next door. It says 10, and go up to the next door that says 11, and then you see Dahlia that's right there.
Hey. I'm sorry. The numbers on the doors were a little.
Yeah, tricky. You got a problem with your floor.
I have a problem with the. I mean,
I
have a problem with the doors. The floor.
No. Look down. Look in the well. Don't fall.
I'm gonna look down.
You're gonna look down.
Yep.
Down into the hole, the place that if you look and you look too hard and you don't hold yourself against a railing, which there is none, you could potentially fall. But this is your hospital. You don't need to roll anything. You look down, you see a floor.
I mean, yeah, it's a clear OSHA violation.
Yeah. You know what you do see, though, Dahlia, as you're looking kind of over his shoulder to kind of safely look to see if he sees what you see. you see somebody coming up the stairs.
Both of us or just one of us?
Dahlia, this is what you see. Because Henry, you're looking down at the floor, and
Mhm.
Dahlia, you're at the right angle where you're kind of seeing someone come around the corner.
I'm gonna shout down to this person, hey, do you know which floor we're actually on?
The fuck?
I am going to grab onto Henry like, Jesus, you let one of the medical patients out.
Obviously, I look up at this point. Do I see this person?
Yeah, you actually get a better view. You see limbs, multiple limbs of grotesque shape and form, dragging its body across the stairs, like a crude arachnid made of flesh and wounds.
We're going.
Jesus
We're
fucking
leaving.
Christ. Yeah, she's probably still clinged on to me. Running up to the nearest door we can, trying to force it open to get onto that floor and shut it behind us, lock it behind us, whatever we can.
Well, as it's shrieking, I'm going to need you to roll to keep it together, because each time it shrieks, it drills into the center of your skull.
Like a
Oh,
spinal
I always
tap.
wanted a lobotomy.
Keep it together.
So keep it together is plus willpower.
Yeah. It's 11 and 2.
You can hear the
13.
leathery dragging of this creature's flesh dragging across the walls, and the plastic crunching as it thumps itself up from stair to stair.
I got a 13.
18.
You got a 13?
Yeah.
Dahlia?
18.
18? Okay. Well,
The dice
Dahlia,
are being good.
you make it to the door. Do you want to pull on it?
I am wrenching that thing. I'm not very strong, but cha-cha.
It's heavy. It's very, very heavy. And what's even more frustrating is Henry, now you're angry. Lose one stability, please.
Yeah.
On your character sheet, you'll see a stability score on the bottom right-hand side. You were composed, and now you're uneasy, which means that you get -1 to your disadvantage rolls from now on. You're pissed. This is your hospital, and there's something insane going on, unusual, going on. And now there's this woman who's the first time that she's ever been in this hospital trying to open up the heavy doors. What are you going to do?
The door doesn't open.
It opens, but very slowly. It's super heavy.
Oh, fucking, this construction is just pissing me off. They've been doing this for a year and a half. It's uncalled for. And what the fuck was that thing in my hospital? It's ridiculous. They're shooting a movie or something because they got low budget or whatever. They're just trying to put a bunch of crap in here, trying to make money back like any other fucking place. I hate this. I'm very sorry, miss. This is
he just going on like this? Because I'm just sitting here panicking like, does that look like low budget special effects to you, or did that look like something horrifying? Please help me get this door open, man.
That was some kind of patient. I don't know. It was weird.
Please, I'm scared. Please.
Yeah, that freaked me out too. Shook me to my core. Anyone screaming does. You hear that all the time here, but
Dahlia, you can hear the thumping get closer, the dragging of this creature get closer.
Please help me open this door.
I'm gonna try and help force open that door.
Yeah, you do that, and the door swings open fairly easily. Actually, it's your hospital. These are your doors.
Yeah, and I'm gonna dive into that door.
Looking behind me as I shut it. Thing still there?
You can definitely see a shadowed figure coming up around the corner. Do you want to get a little bit of a closer look as you're closing the door? You want to kind of squint?
Yeah.
And look.
Heck yeah, this is my place. This shouldn't be here.
Yeah, let's have you roll observe plus perception, please.
So we got a 12 and 13.
13?
Yep.
Ask a question. Just one. When you're looking at it, what are you trying to glean here?
Henry would be wondering if this is someone he recognized. He has worked here for a long time. He would know if it's the face of someone that he has seen, even the new hires. He knows very quickly.
Well, you would be looking at this face, but you're not just looking at one face. In fact, you're looking at two faces on either side of itself with a slit, a wound right down the middle in between, with the screams coming from either side of its face. The Janus Spader. What do you do?
So is there anyone I recognize on those two faces?
No. No one you recognize. In fact, the faces are so malformed that it's even hard to discern whether or not they're even faces at all.
So this dingoid is just standing with the door open with that thing coming. I am going to grab him by his scrubs, and I am not strong, but it's the back of the collar, so I'm going to pull so it pulls on his neck and brings him in.
As you pull Dr. Henry back, the door closes.
Not special effects. Scary.
It was weird. Like a Siamese twin patient or conjoined twin dyslexia.
No, I don't think there's medical term. Like, I'm not a doctor. I don't go to college for that sort of thing. But that didn't look okay or right. And
I mean,
you're standing
I
there with
understand.
the door open.
I understand, miss. There are lots of things I see in this hospital. People are sometimes born differently. All kinds of things people suffer.
Yes, well, that thing that was born differently didn't look friendly. Not even.
No, it clearly wasn't, and it would, frankly, it's very rude.
Yeah, frankly, will eat you.
You're in a hallway, and it kind of almost looks like it's much smaller than a regular hospital wing hallway. Kind of almost seems like an office hallway. There's no doors except for one. Actually, except for two. The one that's in front of you. And all the way down the hallway on the end, there is a big, rusty metal door. Right at the end of the hallway. The lighting in here is dim.
It's construction. They're replacing good doors with shittier doors. This is fantastic. I love it.
Henry, I'm not gonna lie. I'm having. Let me put this in terms that a doctor can understand. I am having a lot of trouble processing some of the things that are happening in this hospital. Like, I don't feel that this is appropriate construction, and can you just like can you explain just any of this to me? You like, does any of this look normal to you? Did any of that look normal?
I mean,
to
no,
you?
they put the wrong doors on the wrong floors, and it's
Oh no, I was
pretty
on board with the
ridiculous.
doors on the wrong floors. Like, I thought that was rather weird construction myself, but
Well, clearly, psych ward patient got loose who has some kind of deformity.
well, I'll go with you on that. Fine, but that was
That was one of the scariest things I've seen in my life, no doubt. But
yeah.
I don't think there's any. I mean, I'm sure the other staff will handle it.
I see anything else like that, I'm just gonna straight jump into my mind and think we're in a horror movie. All right, just putting it there.
I mean, one more of those, and you know, I'll back you up in court when you want to sue this place for scaring the shit out of you.
Yeah, and again, if we're playing by horror movie rules, don't be stupid white person that goes to investigate the noise.
I don't believe in any of that stuff anyway. But yeah.
The construction gets louder. You hear more
Oh,
banging,
man.
more clanking, kind of like the sound of, kind of reminds you of the sound of gears or turning of metal on metal. You hear maybe some shifting of scaffolding and just right behind the walls. It almost feels like, sounds like, smells like a machine. And there's a big iron door at the end of the hallway. Do you walk through it?
I mean, I know this place pretty well. None of these doors look familiar.
Dolly, did you say that you would?
I'm following him. I don't know this place, and I am shook.
You can, if you'd like, to look back at the door that you came from. There is that window, you know, the one with the 2 panes of glass and the metal lattice wire.
Nah.
Okay. Just offering.
I'm gonna skip that offer.
So is the only other one the big iron rusty one?
Well, on the other side is brick. It's drywall that ends with brick haphazardly stacked. The drywall it looks wet. It almost looks rusty. The brick looks like it's been laid here years ago.
I'm gonna pick up the brick, though.
You're picking up a brick?
A brick.
Okay. Yeah. There's a pile of unlaid bricks next to the wall. You take the brick. Underneath the brick, there's a symbol. And you look at it. And it's round and warm and red and inviting. This brick is safe.
It's like collecting stones when you're a little kid. And you find just the right one and you just gotta put it in your pocket. And then you go home with cargo pants full of rocks.
And yet you still have a door at the end of the hallway. A big metal rusty door. With one of those big push bars. What are you doing, Dr. Henry?
Looking to see if there's another nurse's station.
There's nothing here except for one hallway, a pile of bricks, a brick wall, and a big rusty metal door. And of course, a Yana spatter or some kind of deformed individual angry in the stairwell.
It's a patient who's clearly upset. This is not my hospital. What have they done to my hospital? I'm going to do the only thing I can do. I'm not handling that patient. That's for somebody else. I'm going to continue to walk to that other door. We've clearly walked into what was an old wing from when this place was originally built, and I would like to find my way back to the regular hospital.
Okay. Clearly there's a way. There's got to be a path
There
back.
has to be a way.
I mean, zoning, right? Who would let you only go one way and not find a way to where you need to go?
There need to be multiple points of egress.
So you open the door, and the hinges are loud. They screech. It reminds you of a sound that you heard just a few minutes ago. It's dark on the other side. You hear it dripping. The floor is made of concrete. And as the door closes behind you, you hear gears and clanks echoing in the walls. In fact, on the very door, there is a grate, a grating, with a hole. You can see exposed pipes, exposed wires. Do one of you want to look at the hole? Either one of you are more than welcome to.
Zalia,
Yeah.
when things were getting weird, and you were telling me to look into that hole,
Yeah.
what scared you?
Oh, you know, the floor. There was a face down there, and it was really big, and the eyes were not right.
It's
Why?
pretty weird.
Yeah.
But
Literally everything in here is, and I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like it.
I don't like it either. I'm gonna take a look this time, see if maybe she was onto something before.
So you look at the great cupboard hole, just on the door. It's actually kind of on the concrete wall, just above the, or just right of the steel door. And within that hole, just a few yards down, you can see a man hanging upside down in a stained burlap hood, tied very tightly around his head with leather straps. Thin leather cords are wrapped around his neck, and he's struggling with something. He's pulling something. He's trying to pull something out of where he is inside of the wall. Maybe he's trying to pull some kind of crank or lever. He looks very busy.
Hey, Dahlia.
Yeah?
There's a guy in here?
Define guy. Is it a normal dude?
I mean, could be like a construction worker. He's got like a bag on his head though, and it's like wrapped up.
Bag on head does not equal construction worker.
Yeah, but who else would it be? He's not Steph.
Hallway. Mental patient. And I'm going to look into the hole and see if this is a construction dude or if Dr. Henry has told me a lie.
You look down into the hole, and there's a man hanging upside down. His hands have some kind of strange gloves that are sewed into what kind of looks like a blood-stained or dirt-stained, what used to be white coat. His head is wriggling around in strange movements, as if he's in some kind of trance, as he's pulling at something and he's turning a crank, and you could hear the machine, you could hear the construction respond to each lever, each pull of the lever, each push of a button, as his head violently shakes over and over again.
Yeah, I'm gonna straighten up stiffly, turn to Henry. Henry?
Yeah.
We need to talk about what you view as normal.
It's very offensive.
Dahlia, how does that make you feel, what you just saw?
Deeply disturbed. This is
Can you-
supposed to be a hospital. This is supposed to be a place where my friend is getting better, getting help. I have walked into a veritable hellscape of creepiness.
Roll to keep it together, please. Plus willpower. Dr. Henry, you've justified it. You don't need to roll.
Lee is a construction worker.
15.
15. It's creepy. It's weird. But the man inside of the wall seems to be very busy with what he's concentrating on and ignoring you completely.
Can I yell at him?
You can.
Oh God, you're supposed to be the adult in this situation.
It's been a year and a half with this construction, and I'm not happy at all about those doors downstairs.
Is that what you're yelling down into the hole?
Yeah.
He stops. There's a pause in the clanking and the machinery.
Well, don't hold us up anymore. Keep working.
Like a spider, he twists his body and crawls up the wall.
Henry, what did you do?
And he slides the metal closed, a sliding door.
Oh.
And all there is left is the wall.
Feels like I work too seriously.
There's an echoing, a drip. It sounds almost like you're in some kind of cavern. Would you like to continue?
Oh, yeah. We gotta get out of this stupid wing of the old hospital. I got a job to do.
But while you're walking around, Dahlia and Henry, you are no longer in the hospital.
Yes, we are.
No, you're not. You're on a street.
Oh,
Okay, Henry, I'm gonna ask you this again. And why are we outside?
well,
I mean, we didn't leave through any doors.
we went through a couple doors, but we went to like the last one we walked through was like the 9th floor.
Did I accidentally sign up for a government experiment? Am I on LSD right now in a bed somewhere just shivering violently?
God.
There is no hospital behind you. There is only road, a long asphalt road. It's wet and it's cold and it's foggy.
Is the door still behind us?
What door?
What did you do?
What do you mean, what did I do? I'm a guest here. I just came to see somebody.
Guess where? We're outside.
That's fair enough. Again, what did I do? What did I do? Nothing.
I don't know. I've worked at this place for like 15 years. I meet you, everything goes upside down. And
I've never been here, buddy. I've never been here. I meet you and things go tits up, all right?
are we on drugs?
That's what I just asked.
Yeah, I'm wondering myself.
Yeah, okay.
Can I check myself medically to see if I have... I'm going to possibly take my cell phone, put it in reverse camera mode and see if my pupils are dilated.
And
check my pulse.
Do you have anything special that you would like to do or roll or anything on your character sheet that would help you in this situation? Or are you looking to just kind of see what the situation is medically?
I mean, I have battlefield medicine, but it's not really that I'm treating anyone. This is more like me trying to perceive what's going on. It might be my reasoning.
Yeah. Yeah, let's have you roll to investigate. Let's have you roll reason.
Oh, well, that is a 3 with my reasoning of 3. So I got a 6.
So as Dr. Henry is kind of taking his pulse and looking at taking his vitals, right? Dahlia, do you want to take a look around?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for literally any point of reference, like... And if I see movement, I swear to God, I'm going to throw a brick at something. Is my brick still in my hand? Is my comfortable brick still with me?
Yeah, it's still in your hand. You look down at the brick and you look down at the symbol and you feel an overwhelming sense of warmth and redness and beauty and safety just for a slight moment.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... Like, well, we were definitely in the hospital. I still have the brick.
Can you roll perception for me? As you're looking around and holding onto your brick.
Certainly. Perception. Oh, that's actually really good for me. And of course, this is the first bad roll. 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7. Yep.
Okay.
7.
You can ask me a question about what you're trying to look for specifically. but only one thing, only one question.
Where is safe?
Oh, safe's back home. And you are far, far away from home. You see pine trees that are obfuscated by fog, a long road that seems to go nowhere. And right in the middle of the road, there's a piece of paper. Blue and red.
I'm going to keep my eyes on Henry, and I'm going to pick that paper up as carefully as possible, because I'm going to be ever so careful and gentle in this place.
You pick up the piece of paper. It's a pamphlet. It says Silent Hill Historical Society. It's got fingerprints and stains all over it. You open it up and there's a map. The map shows a couple of different places. A couple of different places of note. You can see Sunderland Street. That leads to Carroll Street. There's Nathan Avenue. Right underneath Toluca Lake. Symbols that signify a couple of places of note.
Anything that has the same symbol as my brick?
There are no symbols on it. There are little arrows on it. Little pointing arrows. One that points at Pete's Bolorama. Another one at Texon Gas. Jack's Inn. Rosewater Park and Blue Creek Apartment. And then at the very top of the map, you see a circle, a big red circle that says the Museum of Historical Materials.
Okay, so I'm going to return to Henry. Henry, you live around here, right? Here's a map. I don't actually know where I'm going, so I'm just gonna follow you. I just found it on the road over there. It's kind of beat up.
Henry seems distracted. Henry, you were looking for something. What were you specifically looking for? You can try to get information. What information are you trying to get?
I was trying to check my vitals.
Yeah, heart palpitations.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're also maybe a uneven rhythm to that heart. Could be a murmur.
Might be.
A little tachycardia there.
I'm still looking behind me all the time from where we just walked from.
Yeah, turning around in circles, right?
And
looking behind, looking forward.
Right.
You see a big green sign.
Yeah.
That big green sign says, "Welcome to Silent Hill." And as our two player characters stand in the middle of Sunderland Street en route to Silent Hill, we're going to take a short break. All please hang out. We'll take about a 5-minute break, and then we will find out what happens next. In the meantime, remember, we're doing a giveaway. We're doing a giveaway for what, Rick?
A PDF of a cool game called Escape from the Neighborhood. Takes place on Halloween. It's a lovely 2 to 3, 4-player game, easy setup that you can play in a matter of minutes with your friends. It's another short mini tabletop horror RPG, which was donated to us by one of the co-hosts of the Fem-Splained podcast, a cat attack on Twitter. So the donations that come in during our cult game, we will take all those names, raffle them, and we will be giving away 3 copies of this interesting game. You could we're picking place in your own Silent Hill.
So we're picking 3 different winners for this game. So there are 3 chances for you to win. 3 people will be winning this game. So make sure that you Make sure that you donate. Again, just to remind you, donations are going to Black Girls Code. This is one of the reasons why we're doing Virtual HorrorCon is for opportunities like this. In the meantime, take a second, turn the lights up, get a drink of water. Life is good. We're not actually in Silent Hill. We're living in a very strange time, but what the good part about this type of game is that we're not living in that kind of strange time. So we will be back in about 5 minutes. Yeah, thanks. Be right back. Welcome back to Kult Silent Hill, a virtual horror con game. All of you who have stayed and waited to come back, I really, really appreciate it. All of you who have been donating, oh my gosh, thank you so much. We are funding Black Girls Code and we are having a contest. There are 3 people who get a chance to win a game. We're going to pick those 3 donors at random after this game. So there are plenty of opportunities throughout this actual play to do so. Otherwise, let's get back to it. Dr. Henry and Dahlia are standing on a road, a long foggy pavement with a green sign in front of you that says, "Welcome to Silent Hill." You're holding a map, a brochure from the Silent Hill Historical Society. You can see there's a little sign that says Sunderland Avenue.
What do you have in your hand? You're muted, Rachel.
Well, as I just said, it's a map, and you live around here, so...
Apparently I don't live around here.
Oh. Wait, you don't even know where...
I've never heard of Silent Hill.
Neither have I.
What were you saying before about, like, that weird shit? It was...
What do you mean weird shit, like government testing and, like, where they just drug you and sit you in a room and see the effects? I mean, you
Maybe
gotta
they're
be more specific. We are living in the weird
Yeah.
shit.
Well, maybe they're using that construction as a cover for some kind of test.
Ooh, you better hope not. Otherwise, your hospital's gonna be so sued.
Yeah, I'm going to be one of the ones suing them.
Good. Well, we'll be trip sitters for one another, if indeed that is what this is. We will check in on each other periodically, make
Yeah.
sure we are okay, and we will go through this magical world of whatever the fuck together.
Well, I mean, there's got to be a phone in this place. We can call, find out what happened, that we're not to be fucked with. We're people, damn it. And that, you've got your friend to check up on still.
You know, I have Heather to check up on, but right about this second, she's the least of my worries, and I'm starting to think that she's not even at that hospital.
Well, that would be awful.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Where would you like to go from here?
That map, is there anything that sticks out on it that make me...
Well, there's the big red circle on it that says Historical Society, but,
That sounds boring.
okay. I was going to suggest we not go there anyway because, well, X marks the spot, and, no, I don't want to be a target for, whatever. And I'm going to look for anything else on the map for, like, a police station, anything.
Well, the map is half covered with a brownish stain. It's really, really hard to see most of the map. Really, all you can see is on the bottom, there's Sunderland Street that goes up into the middle toward Carroll Street. Up Carroll Street, you can see Pete's Bolarama. And across the street, there's a Texon Gas. If you keep going past that street and go up Munson Street, you can see Blue Creek Apartments and Jack's Inn. Both of them run to the top of the map where you can see Nathan Avenue. At the very top left-hand side of the map, you can see the big red circle that says the Silent Hill Historical Society, the Museum of Historical Materials. Where you are in relation to this map, given the sign that you have seen that says Sunderland Ave, you're most likely at the bottom. So would you like to make your way to somewhere closer or somewhere further away?
Gas station. The gas station. Because if I'm walking around in the real, like, just wiggling about, seizing out randomly, somebody's gonna see that, call the cops.
I'm clearly not well. Because I know that place pretty well. And I don't know where we get lost, but we're not where we're supposed to be. So while we're here, you should probably be the one with the map telling me where we should go.
All right. Just so you know, I suck at spatial awareness.
Hey, you gotta be better than me. I was in a building and now I'm outside.
In your own hospital.
Yeah, now I'm outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks.
Now we're outside.
Save the performance review for if we make it back to civilization.
Oh, trust me, I'm not gonna be. It's all gonna be directed at the deeper pockets that is the hospital, not you.
Good.
So you make your way up the street. The ground underneath you is pavement, but it's cracked. As you continue down this road, you can see there's strange graffiti, random tagging, random names, strange symbols or faces. Could be creepy, but it could also just be kind of more an element of crime or just kids messing around. It's the cracks in the street that are far more alarming. It smells like sulfur. It smells like rotten eggs. Your feet are crunching on the pavement, and you're having to step over these cracks, and there's a white billowing smoke coming from them. Underneath your feet, it feels hot. The pines next to you have been bleached white, presumably from the sulfuric smoke that's rising from these cracks. It's not so hot as to melt your shoes or make it unbearable to walk, but it's cold. It's not quite raining. It's kind of more dewy. It's chilly, but it's almost as if the ground itself is warming the bottom half of your body from below. So it's not too bad. You walk past an old building that has wood panels hammered on the windows. There's an X on one of the pieces of wood with a number on top, a circle on the bottom. It's condemned. You keep walking and you see what must be an old bar of some type. There's a sign above it that says Heaven's Night. The entire building is black. Its roof has collapsed. Clearly, an accident happened here. The fires have taken half of this building. And like a point of familiarity, you can see an orange circular sign on a big pole in the distance with the letter T, the symbol for Texon gas, just a few blocks up.
Let's hope the roof isn't caved in on that place. Lovely town. Pollution is fucking unbearable.
Yeah, this could literally all be in our heads too, so just, be cool until we get to the gas station. Just inhale through the mouth, exhale. Wait, no. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Wait, you're a doctor. You would know how calming techniques work.
I usually just use my charming bedside manner, but that's not going to help us here.
There's a bowling alley on your left.
Funny enough, I don't feel like bowling.
Who wouldn't at a time like this? Dolly, on your right, you can see a gas station. No cars.
Gas station has phone. Gas station has landline.
Are there any lights on?
No, but it's there's no lights on. You see these you see the gas pump has, I don't know, there's something, it's almost as if I don't know, it doesn't seem to be actual gas pumps. Instead, in place of where the gas pumps would be, there are these large monolithic cocoons. They are brown and green.
What the hell is that?
Do I see him looking at these cocoons?
You see him looking at the cocoons.
No touch.
Well, yeah, no kidding.
You hear a sound coming from the skies. A kind of siren. A kind of foghorn blaring across the sky.
Tornado. Tornado, I'm from the Midwest. Let's go. Let's get in the building. Get in the building. We don't need to be in a tornado.
Yeah,
come
okay.
On, come on.
All right. Let's.
Are you running towards the gas station?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If she says tornado and she's got experience, I'm gone.
You're running past the large chrysalis. You get a little bit of a closer look. As you glance, you can see that there's a mucus and dried fleshy material. You pass right next to them, and you can almost hear moans from inside of the chrysalis.
These things are all alive.
Don't care what they are. Get
Yeah.
in the building.
Can you roll to keep it together, Dr. Henry?
Oh, my clavicle just popped.
Ooh, that might be a good one for a change.
That's plus willpower, by the way.
Yeah, 18.
18. Yeah, there's something wriggling and moaning inside, but clearly there's no time.
That's gonna have to wait. I'm going in the building.
Okay. Delilah and Henry, you go inside.
Light switch.
Since that to me sounds like a tornado siren, in my presumed drugged out senses, I'm going to look for what seems to be a stable piece of furniture away from a main wall, like away from windows, and I am going to assume the position, ducking my head, putting my hands over my head, and crouching.
Yeah. So you go inside and you open the door. You could hear a ding, a little bell hanging on the door. The lights flicker on, not all the way. They're kind of in this half state of on and off, flickering on and off, like a strobe. You could still hear on the outside, while it's muffled, some of the sirens, the foghorn. There's a couple of milk crates stacked next to the reach-in that, Delilah, you can probably stack and sit on if you'd like.
No, that's shrapnel, thanks.
What are you doing, Dr. Henry?
I'm gonna see. Well, she said tornado. I'm gonna try and see if there's anything I can use to try and put in front of the window.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
While
you
there's
can.
still time.
There's a news magazine, or excuse me, a newsstand with various magazines and newspapers kind of lined up, and those are on wheel. That's on wheels. It's a pretty large size, tall newsstand that you could probably prop up. And
Yeah, I'll shake the excess magazines and stuff loose because that paper is just gonna weigh it down. I'm gonna try and put it up against the window.
so you have, I guess, two options here. Let's have you just roll coolness because you're acting under pressure. It's not very heavy, and what you're trying to shake. You're going to shake all the newspapers and stuff out and put it on its side, or you just kind of lean it against the door.
I'm trying to lean against the door, so I got an 11, and I got a coolness of 2, so I got a 13.
You got a what?
A 13 total.
A 13. Well, you lean it up against the wall, and it doesn't really seem to be really holding anything. The wheels make it slippy and kind of wanting to fall on its back, and it's too easy to move.
This is garbage.
Delilah, what are you doing?
On this grungy, dirty floor. I'm still listening to the tornado siren, and I'm trying to hear if I hear the weather doing anything funny, if I hear like the sound of a freight train, if I like, I'm trying to figure out what this siren could mean other than a tornado, because again, my corn-fed homegrown self is thinking that there's imminent weather danger.
Can you roll plus perception?
Yep.
Thank you.
So 13.
13.
Yep.
You notice that with every cycle of the foghorn, with every cycle of the tornado horn, or tornado siren as you've been calling it, the moaning from the cocoons outside seem to respond to it. kind of like you're kind of responding to it. It quickens your heart rate, and it must be quickening their heart rate as well. But you also are noticing that it's getting quieter and quieter.
Is
think-
that
Winding down.
Okay.
Just calm yourself. Just wind down the feeling that you're feeling. Everything is going to be okay. And as your anxiety and your stress melts away, the siren slowly silences. The moaning stops.
the tornado alert must be over?
Okay, that means. Wait, is it Wednesday? Is it a test? Okay, whatever. I am not going to trust any of it. There are some common senses that you can sense, or that you can. I'm gonna be real honest. I am a little wigged out. So, let's see if there's a phone in here, buddy.
Yeah, there's electricity here, so if your gas station has one, let's check it out.
You're looking around the gas station and candy bars and dog food. Tons of dog food. Bags of salt on the floor. You could see a payphone just past the ice.
Awesome. Great.
What do you do?
I don't know how to use a payphone. Are you old enough to have used one of these?
Yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately. I take some change out of my pocket. Slot the first quarter in. It says like 10 cents per minute. It's that old, probably. And I'm going to. Normally, I'd be dialing like the hospital. I'm just going to dial like 411 for information. Find out where exactly Silent Hill is.
You know, it's not going to work. You hear a voice from behind you.
Yeet. And I'm going to spin on the spot. Where's the voice?
There's a very professional looking woman standing there looking very annoyed. I've been trying to make that phone work for hours. I can't make my phone work. This thing's a piece of shit. I pay good money for this.
When'd you get here?
Well, I ran out of gas about, I'd say maybe 10 hours ago. Took me a couple hours to walk up here. Found this place. I'm not going outside.
Yeah, I saw the gas pumps. It's your SOL lady.
It looks like it. No gas. I don't know if they're doing construction or what, but I don't even have...
Can we stop blaming the crazy shit on construction? Because that ain't working right now. That excuse has gotten old hat for me.
It's got an old hat for me, too. I had a meeting, and it does not make me look good at all.
Where's your meeting? Where were you from?
Ashfield,
What state?
Maine. Listen, I travel all over New England. Boston, New York. That shithole Hartford. And I can't even access my email. There's not even a freaking cell service here.
Yeah.
So the siren, has that gone off?
Every couple of hours, on the hour, on the 2 hours. It goes for about 10 times and then it stops. It's It's really annoying.
Yeah, it seems pretty jarring.
I'm Rowan, by the way.
Dahlia.
Henry.
Nice name.
I know.
Dahlia.
Yeah, it's like the flower.
Wow. I should have named my kid that. Oh, fuck, my kid. She's going to be okay. Her dad's going to pick her up, hopefully. Piece of shit.
I mean, she's not here, is she? She's fine if she isn't here.
No, she's at daycare. This is a day.
Tell us.
Yeah, trust, we know.
And you are, Doctor?
Henry.
Henry, nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise, Rowan.
You know, I'm going to lose my job. You know that, right?
I
Surely.
think this counts as extenuating circumstances. Yeah, I think these are the crazy circumstances. I think your boss might understand if you found yourself in a strange place.
Lady, my boss would not understand an act of God, let alone me running out of gas. Well, you know, I have to work just a little bit harder. I thought, honestly, I had a full tank. I could have gotten to New York and back. I had a full tank of gas, and suddenly I didn't have a full tank of gas.
Is your car still around here?
It took hours to walk here.
Oh, God.
I was hoping I could call AAA, my insurance company, somebody. My fucking ex-husband, maybe. God, wouldn't he ever laugh about that? You know, we used to go on vacation up here to Luke Lake. There's a cute little beach.
Yeah, it's not looking so cute right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would never go in the water though. Like I would go on. You know, I work hard for my money. These vacations are extremely important to me and to us. He never cared, so you know, he never went in the water.
Well, to hell with them.
To hell with them.
Literally where we are.
Yeah. You know what I should have done?
Oh, please tell us.
I should have. I don't know. You know, like one of those movies. Just flunked him in the river. Poison him or something.
Okay, Black Widow.
Yeah, I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah. There's a cliff. The road gets really tight. There's not even the guardrail. It would be so easy just to, I don't know, put a rock in.
Side note, I'm going to try and perceive, is this person normal? Because this conversation is not normal.
Yeah. Let's have you read a person. Plus intuition, please.
Yeah. Oh, that's
We
-2.
we came from a hospital, and I worked there.
You work at a hospital.
I do. Yeah.
You got a 2. So Rowan is annoyed, and she's
just venting.
rightfully frustrated. She's been sitting here for hours, for a long time. There doesn't really seem to be anything wrong with her. So where's your hospital then?
Oh, we have no idea.
Is it
Like,
close?
No.
Can we walk
No,
there?
man.
Because I'm not going back in the town. I don't.
It seems to be gone.
Yeah, it literally disappeared behind us.
I'm sorry.
It disappeared behind us. We were inside the hospital and ended up on the main road. Like,
Walk through a door.
didn't walk there. We just appeared there.
Your hospital disappeared like my gas disappeared.
Yeah.
I swear, I stopped not 10 minutes before I had gas. I'm not fucking stupid.
I mean, the things that we've seen and experienced today, I believe it.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to lie about your gas. I mean, we literally had a hospital disappear. We understand.
This town is fucked.
How much of it have you seen
All of it. I've lived here all my life.
in Silent Hill?
Yes, in Silent Hill. I've never even left the town. I've never even been to Ashland. You imagine? Never been there. Like it's France. Oh, if I could go to France, or even better yet, Japan. There's like a little teeny tiny town right on the coast. Super nice. Never been there. It's a 20-minute drive. Of course, my car won't make it because, God forbid.
Has there always been those weird sirens when you live here? I mean, you must get some kind of crazy tax break if they're flooding your eardrums with that shit every 2 hours.
They need to. It's the fires.
What fires?
The ones that burn most of the people in the city, duh.
They burn the people? I mean, like the
You're
Yeah,
from
you're
this
gonna have to
town, you?
backtrack it. Yeah, what? We've never been here.
You said that you've been wandering around this town for years, looking for some kind of fucking hospital or something. I don't know what your people are talking about, but there hasn't been a Silent Hill. There hasn't been a hospital in Silent Hill for, gosh, maybe 20 years. I mean, there's the doctor like you, but you don't want to go see him because he's dangerous. I heard he eats people.
There's a lot of people are afraid of the doctor lady, but that's
I'm not one of those anti-vaxxers. My husband was. Did you know that he wouldn't even get my daughter vaccinated?
Is this why you divorced him? Because good on you.
I didn't divorce him.
why not? You said ex-husband, right? I mean,
You said ex-husband.
Ex-husband. He's no longer here.
oh, he's-
Okay, Black Widow.
Whoa.
Oh,
Harmful names.
dude,
Thank you,
she
that's
was
rude.
just talking about pushing him into the lake. Did you? I'm not good.
They're not.
I mean, why did you just say that we have been walking around this town for years? We just told you we just got here. You said you just got here.
I have not just gotten here. I live here.
You told me you were driving through here and you've been here for like 11 hours because you wanted to get gas.
I told you that I wanted to find the gas that kept the fires burning underneath these streets. Because if my husband crawls his way out of Toluca Lake somehow, makes it out of the car that I locked, and somehow finds a way inside of the city and goes deep underground, I'm fucked. Did you know there's
What?
things under there?
Why are you in trouble if he goes underground?
Why are you in trouble if you don't go underground?
Henry, dude, my dude.
No one's going to believe you. You know that, right? No one's going to believe you. They'll believe me. I've been here forever. They trust me here. They don't trust you. Who are you?
Did you do you have meds that you should be taking that you have forgotten to?
Meds. They always talk about meds. They always tell, oh, it's the crazy lady. Take your meds. It's
No. We don't think
No,
you're
no,
crazy.
I don't
What, you're gonna
think
lock
you're
me up for
crazy.
you're gonna lock me up for hysterics or something. You're gonna
No, no,
like
no,
I'm hysteric. This is ridiculous.
No, I'm just suggesting that maybe you have a mood disorder.
That I have a mood disorder.
It's common.
Do you know what I do have?
What?
I have a knife. Would you like to see it?
No, I don't. But you know what? You keep that on you because you need to stay safe in this place.
I don't think I need to stay safe. I think I'll be just fine here. I'm not leaving this gas station. I don't care what the police say.
Are there police here?
Are you the police?
No, I'm a doctor. I told you that.
You're not a doctor. You're not a doctor. Where's your hospital? Disappeared. Okay.
Where's your gas?
How are you going to heal yourself, doctor? How are you going to heal yourself when I dig this knife into you?
Holy shit.
She
I'm
pulls
sorry.
out
Is that a threat?
She pulls out a kitchen knife, a big butcher's knife. something that you would cut meat with. It's old and it's rusty.
So
and
I can
she
tell.
is squeezing onto it for dear life.
I can tell that she's unhinged. She's wielding a knife. She's threatened.
I'm gonna throw my brick at her face.
Can I grab one of those large bags of dog food, like quickly, and then just try to whack it out of her hands? Because that's some heavy shit.
So Delilah, you would like to throw your brick at her.
At her face. I am aiming for her face.
And Dr. Henry, you would like to grab a bag of dog food and throw it at her?
Yeah, one of those 40-pound mother effers.
Yeah, one of the big ones.
Yeah.
There's tons of dog food here. It's just an arm's length away from you.
I never forgot that detail. It's very weird.
Okay. So Delilah, let's have you roll. Well, you're engaging in combat, my friend. Let's have you roll plus violence.
Oh, not something I'm good at, but hey, this crazy wench just pulled a knife.
And that's good. Let's take the order here, right? Let's kind of mechanize this a little bit. It's going to go Delilah, Henry, and then it'll be Rowan's turn.
9.
9. Okay. How about you, Dr. Henry?
Shockingly got a 19, but I have a -1 in violence. So
Yeah,
it's
same
going to
here.
be an 18.
That's going to be an 18. Okay, so two things happen. Delilah, you throw the brick, and you throw it, and your arm extends. The brick flies just past Rowan's face, and you can see the look of confused anger, the look of betrayal that she has on her face, directed towards you. And
She just pulled a knife on me. I'm feeling betrayed.
As the brick passes her head, Dr. Henry, you are throwing this bag of dog food at Rowan. She takes her knife and slices your arm, Delilah.
Ow.
I'm going to need you to take 1 damage.
But
It is a serious wound. So on the bottom left-hand side, you should be able to mark one of them.
Oh, unfortunately I can't, but I will make that note.
Okay. I apologize. I thought I gave you the form fill. Maybe the form's not quite working the way I wanted it to. So
yeah,
if you could just
highlight it.
If you could just mark 1 damage, and we'll go from there.
Yep, I'll just use a dice tracker.
She cuts your arm pretty deeply. Dr. Henry, the bag of dog food smashes against her face and her chest, and she literally falls back, smacks her head on the reach-in that has various colas and energy drinks, Bang energy drink, Monster energy drink, and everything in between. She smashes her head against it. The glass cracks. And the sirens begin again. She's slumped on the floor. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. What did you think was going to happen?
You fucking crazy lady.
I'm crazy. You're crazy.
Ma'am, you just pulled a kitchen knife on us. This was self-defense.
This town is filled with threats. You expect me to walk around without protecting myself, and the two of you come in here and assault me, and I'm not going to protect myself? Get the fuck out of here.
Can I have my brick back?
Can I grab her knife? Unless she dropped it.
Yeah, it's on the floor.
I grab it.
And I'm taking my brick back really quick. Just
The brick is very warm. And so is the knife. And she scuttles to try to grab it away from you.
no tush pa.
No. Get the fuck out of here.
I can't get the fuck out of here. I'm stuck.
I'm sure you'll be just fine. You just said you've been here for like 11 years.
I don't know how long I've been here. I'm stuck. Every street looks the same. Every place I go is the same. I go in one door and it's the gas station. I walk out another one. I'm inside the gas station. This place is a fucking maze.
Let me make it easy for you. And I'm gonna just try and pick her up and shove her out the door.
You're gonna pick her up and shove her out the door?
Yeah.
Can you, let's have you roll plus violence. Because she's not gonna be very happy about it.
I got a 6.
You get a 6. She kicks you a couple of times.
Oh.
And then she starts crying. And her eyes start bleeding as she's outside. She starts walking backwards and her knees bend the wrong way.
Oh.
Her cries turn to screams. Her screams turn to screeches. Her hair falls off like a wig. The cocoons are moaning. She crawls inside of one of the cocoons, and it embraces her and closes her in.
Did you see that?
Yes, sir. I did indeed. That was visual.
I'm gonna shut the door as fast as I can.
What would you like to do now?
I personally am gonna try and use my medicine to heal the cut that is on my companion.
Kiss it better. Help. And
Believe it or
baby.
not, that's very, it's not good. That's bacteria all over it.
So the good news...
Human mouth is disgusting.
Yes, I know. Just please help. It hurts. It doesn't feel good.
So you have battlefield medicine as
Yep.
an advantage, so you could roll plus reason for this. And depending on your roll, I'll have you make some choices here.
And since this is a gas station, just from where I'm sitting, I would like to look around and see if anywhere on the shelf there's like some ibuprofen.
Yeah.
I got a 14.
You have a 14?
Yep.
Okay, why don't you roll, Delilah, why don't you roll plus coolness?
Plus coolness.
Yeah.
Cool as a cucumber.
And Henry, you got 19, you said?
No, 14.
14, okay.
So it says 10 to 14 may choose one option, but also one complication.
Okay.
13.
So 13? Great. You actually find some bandages, Delilah, and you also find some towels that you can probably use to help sop up some of the blood, and definitely tons of ibuprofen and aspirin and everything else under the sun. Henry, let's have you choose. I want you to choose one option. Down on the bottom, 1, 2, 3. Improvisation, effective, or careful.
Let's do careful.
Careful. Well, you stop the bleeding. Thanks to Delilah and her towels, you're able to stabilize very easily in this is not going to be as bad as you thought. She didn't hit any major veins or arteries. However, it hurts, Delilah, a lot. You've taken ibuprofen, but it's a pill form, so it's going to take at least 10 to 15 minutes to properly digest. You're going to lose 2 stability from this.
I'll put a separate dice tracker up for that.
And you're going to have a killer scar.
And I'll have a hell of a story to go with it, like some crazy birch in a gas station pulled a knife.
Yep, that is on the... It might be easier if you download the character sheet as well, but if you're writing it down, that's okay too. If you look on the right-hand bottom side, you can see your stability score. So far, you've been pretty composed, but now...
I'm
unfocused.
uneasy, unfocused.
-1 to disadvantage rolls. From here, what would you like to do? Where are you going? What are you doing?
You know, she could have lied about that phone. Literally, that entire spiel she gave us was full of lies, so we could try the phone.
As well. I've already lost a quarter to it before she burst in.
And then burst out. Oh,
I'm gonna hit the refund thing because the call didn't go through. Pick the quarter up and put it back in.
What are you calling? What numbers are you hitting?
I guess 411.
You have reached the Silent Hill Historical Society. Please hold. The Museum of Historical Materials. Who is this?
My name is Henry. Who is this?
Henry, I'm Richard. Are you okay?
Yeah, a little lost, but I'm fine.
Well,
Henry.
son, we're all lost, and if you're calling this number, then you clearly have not found your way. What are you looking for?
Well, we just came from a hospital.
Oh
Like
gosh, I hope everyone is okay.
Oh, I'm sure they are. We're just got a little turned around, trying to find our way back there.
Where are you calling from?
Oh, I really can't say. A payphone.
Payphone. Well, you're definitely not a... You definitely don't live here. Sounds like you're a tourist. But you're a little lost. I only ask where you're calling from because I want to make sure that everybody is okay. And if you need, I have a phone and safety. If you are truly a tourist in this town, you're not in a good place, and I'd like to help you get out.
Richard, are you familiar with a person named Rowan, who we came across?
Rowan, do you have a last name? I can look in our ledger of civilian citizens.
Unfortunately, she didn't provide one. She said she'd been here for quite some time.
Rowan, doesn't sound familiar.
Hmm.
I have lived here pretty much all my life, unfortunately. And I've never met a Rowan here. It's a beautiful name.
Thank you for your offer for safety. Is there something dangerous about this town you could perhaps make me aware of?
Yes, this town is not in a good way. It's sick. The people here are not doing very well. I do my best to steer clear of the dangers outside, but it's hard because sometimes, well, one needs supplies. Don't go outside when the sirens are going. If there's anything that I could help give you any information and solace is to stay indoors when you hear the siren.
So far, that definitely seems to be the case, Richard, from what I've seen.
Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Henry.
Henry. Is there anyone with you? Henry.
No.
Okay, good. So there's no children or anyone in danger?
No, everyone is just fine. Everyone's safe.
Okay. And you're not from this town? Sometimes people get confused here. Perhaps maybe you do live here. Perhaps maybe you are calling from the apartments, or
Henry, is there a police station or anything? I'd like to check in with them.
the police station was burned down a long time ago.
Oh,
Yes. My brother with it. He was a sheriff here, and, well, he kept this place in order.
did they never replace him?
No, they replaced him with something far worse. A sickness, a feeling of self-governance, and an inability to take care of themselves.
So they replaced a sheriff with a condition that affects the whole town?
You could say that. Symbolically, yes. It's all here, if you're curious. Doesn't sound like you are. I don't want to pressure you and make you uncomfortable. But if you are curious about what happened here, we have been tracking it ever since the beginning. Ever since she, well, if you're interested, we do have records.
Gotcha. So there's more than one person that works at the Historical Society then?
At times, yes, we take shifts. The longer we stay close to the central point, the nervous point, the nucleus of this town, it has a bit of an effect, and we have figured out that that effect can only really be lasting if it's longer than a day. So we take it day by day, which is why I ask, if you are truly not from here, where are you exactly? Are you in the middle of the town? And if that's the case, I suggest to you, Henry, you get out of there as fast and as far as possible.
So you make it sound like the town itself is alive, that this is a medical condition, and that the epicenter of this disease is the center of town?
That is correct. Sickness is emanating like a radiation from the dead center of this town. You've seen the fires coming from the ground, yes?
Not yet.
Well, the longer you stay, the more you will. I implore you, Mr. Henry, if you do need help getting out, that is what I'm offering you. Because it does not help me, anyone further damaging themselves more than they already have. I'd like to continue focusing on my work. And I'm sure you would like to continue living as you do.
You clearly know the option to leave. Why haven't you left yourself?
I owe a debt, Mr. Henry. Call it an oath. We here at the Silent Hill Historical Society have all taken the same oath. We will not let this town be forgotten. While some of the people may be dangerous here, they are still people. I can't say the same for some of the other things that live here.
Sounds very Hippocratic of you, sir. You might as well be a doctor.
Thank you. That's very nice. What do you say Henry. If you're just a street or two away, these doors are unlocked for you. I don't know how far away you are from the Museum of Historical Materials, but it's safer here because here is just beyond the border of the other side.
I will think it over, and
Yes.
perhaps I'll see you soon.
Take your time, but don't take too long. If it is more than 24 hours, I can't promise anything. And perhaps you will become a danger to me.
Understood.
He hangs up.
Dahlia.
What's up?
So I called 411, and instead it was the Silent Hill Historical Society, not
Big red
information.
X on the map. Okay.
Yep. And the fella there said that that's the safest place in town. Basically said that this is very much like a sickness that have infected the town, that talks some gibberish about his brother being the sheriff and that they replaced the sheriff with this disease. But he seemed a lot more rational than Rowan did.
Okay,
Said
that was going to be my big question.
Yeah. He said the closer you are to the center of town, the more danger you're in. Like,
Shit, are we in the center of town?
I mean, you got the map, but
Yeah, I'm going to look at the map.
You're going to look at the map.
Yep.
You unfold the Silent Hill Historical Society brochure. And half of the map, right down the crease, right down the middle, there's a stain that spreads to the entire right side of the map. You're really only looking at the left side. So
did the stain move?
no, it's been covering the full right side of the map the entire time. You've only been able to see the left side of the map. Where you are is not quite in the dead center. The dead center would probably be the apartments.
Oh, Henry, buddy. Oh, dude.
Where you are is Texon Gas, and just, I would say, maybe a few blocks up and to the left, up Nathan Avenue, you can see the red circle that says Silent Hill Historical Society. Right above it, boat launch.
All right. Well, I'd say I don't really want to trust, like, literally anyone who lives here. But you did say this person sounded a bit more on an even keel than Rowan. Let's take our chances. Arm yourself, comrade. Forward.
yeah, it's gonna be something better on here than dog food. Oh, I mean, I got the knife, but it's probably in better hands than yours than mine. I'll find something else.
Okay.
I mean, I'd rather have you have it. I mean,
And I'm gonna take it, and it's probably still got my blood on it.
Yeah, the rusty old knife. The
Goodness,
chopping
I'm
knife.
up to date on my tetanus shots.
What's funny is you're holding this knife, and it feels so weighted differently than the brick. You look down at the brick and you see a red symbol. It's now become almost a familiar, warm symbol. You look at it and it gives you an overwhelming feeling of calm, peace, serenity, and redness. And then you look at the knife that you have in your hand. It feels good to own it. To equip this thing into your, call it your repertoire of new weaponry. Your brick, which floated like a lead balloon as you tried to throw it at Rowan, and the knife which seemed to be pretty effective when she cut you with it. So you're going to leave Texon Gas, and you're going to pass Pete's Bolorama. You can hear music that's playing almost as if it's on a dying record player, maybe some kind of Muzak or old classic rock, very slowly and tinny from the speakers outside. Neon lights are flickering. If you were to close your eyes, maybe you could hear somebody bowling inside, but you keep walking past that Bolorama. You're looking back and you can see Texon Gas, and even further beyond that must be where Rosewater Park was. Continuing up Nathan Avenue, there's a building. It's a small wooden colonial house. It's like a schoolhouse, weathered by the elements. There's a blue wooden door painted with the same symbol as your brick.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna show him my brick that I pulled from the hospital. Okay, so I took this from one of the construction areas in the hospital, because again, wasn't feeling too safe, and this felt like good weapon. On the underside of it, it's got a little. It's the same as right there. It's the same. There's a little symbol on it, and now I'm seeing it on that building.
What the fuck is that about?
I don't know.
The
but
construction company that built the hospital or did whatever they did somehow affiliated with this town?
I don't know, but again, the relationship to the hospital.
Yeah.
I took this from the hospital. Just, do we want to maybe sneak a peek, just quickly?
I mean, that place wasn't very safe.
What, the hospital? No shit.
Last couple things we saw, but it's.
But it would be somewhere familiar-ish.
Maybe it's way back. Maybe your brick is like a key here in this fucking hellscape.
Yeah, the brick can be a key. Aim it at a window.
Yeah, that lady's head.
Yeah, I'm sorry. She pulled a knife. She pulled a knife, and I'm sorry. I was not part of the softball team.
Well, then she turned into. She turned into.
Yeah, her knees did a thing. Her knees did that thing.
Let's check your door out.
All right.
As you walk up the stairs, you hear a buzzing. It's like a loud rattling. It sounds almost like it kind of almost sounds like a fuzz of a radio, or maybe a swarm of bees. And you hear footsteps from behind you, heavy and large footsteps. Would you like to turn around?
Yes.
Delilah, as you turn around slowly, with the door of the safety symbol that was on your brick behind you, in front of you, there was a large man wearing a burlap apron, and he has a kind of helmet, a triangular, large, steel grated helmet, and you hear heavy breathing from inside of this helmet.
Is he holding something?
He is. Would you like to know what he's holding, Delilah?
Yes, I would.
He's holding a basket. And it's filled with jars. And his large hands grip at the front of that triangular helmet and slowly lift. There's an old man with a long face and very angular features. Very interesting shaped man with kind eyes. So you decided to come. I apologize for scaring you. I was collecting royal jelly from my bees, and they get very angry, so...
Are you Richard?
Yes. Are you Henry?
Yeah.
He takes the helmet and walks right past you, Delilah, giving you a smile and a nod, and puts the triangular helmet right on the stoop, positions it in such a way, and he puts the basket of little vials of royal jelly right next to it.
I don't
So you've
want to
decided to
trust him,
come.
but I super do.
What's that?
I said, I don't want to trust him, but I super do.
Yeah, we had this brick from the hospital that matched the symbol on this place we were walking by, trying to get away from the center of town, like you said.
May I see that?
Yeah, will you give it back?
Of course, of course. And he takes the brick from you, and he has monstrous hands. His fingers are so long. His hands are calloused. He works a lot. You can see from the shape of his arms, very muscular, but he's also very old.
You could probably play piano really well if you wanted to.
I was never good at piano. My mother tried to teach me. She was beautiful. She made gorgeous music. Yes, this symbol is very old. It's we've adopted this symbol as, he hands the brick over, the symbol of our historical society. I can't tell you how old the symbol is, but I know that it appears in various documents and official contracts and articles of establishment for this town. Where did you find this?
In the hospital, in one of the construction zones.
In the hospital?
Okay, so Rowan said that there hasn't been a hospital here in Silent Hill, but this is this is gonna sound really weird. But we were in a hospital before, and everything was completely normal. We were not in Silent Hill. And we went up to floor 5 or something, and then as we were coming back down, it just went off the walls, and somehow we ended up here. Again, the hospital disappeared. We ended up in Silent. It's a very weird story. I'm sorry.
I see. There's nothing to be sorry for. Hospital. Okay. Henry, and I can tell by your scrubs that you're a doctor. Is this true?
It
That you
is.
were a doctor?
Well, a medical assistant, yeah.
Not a doctor. I appreciate you being honest with me. Is she okay? And he kind of nods his head towards you, Delilah.
Yeah, she's fine. She had a cut on the hand. I helped her out.
I noticed that. You both seem very confused. I worry that you've been here for longer than you know. How long have you been here?
30 minutes tops.
Doctor, how long do you think you've been here? And does that match?
I'd say about the same. I mean, we walked
Okay.
to and fro.
Okay. That's good.
We only heard the siren one time, right?
Just once?
Just once.
Okay. Okay. You're going to be fine. Oh, I was so okay. I'm sorry. This is a strange place. It's a crossroads where way lines meet. It's come inside. Come inside. It's cold out here, and let's figure this out. And he turns around and he grabs his basket and opens the door, which was unlocked, by the way, and walks through. Are you following?
Oh yeah, more than happy to follow him.
Smart move. This guy seems like a stand-up guy.
Which is where me as the player is like, what is he hiding?
So you walk into an almost empty room. It's wood from floor to ceiling to wall. Old paneled wood, very thin panels. It's very much an old schoolhouse room, kind of one of those large, kind of almost like the inside of a church, just with no pews. On each of the four walls, there's a kind of a table, display case on each one, and there are four different paintings on each wall. I'd like to help you, as I said on the phone, Henry. And your name, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Dahlia.
Dahlia.
Like the flower.
What a beautiful name. I remember that flower. They used to grow dahlias right up there. Just up the way in Rosewater Park. Oh, what a beautiful park. Dahlia, it is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Henry. I mean, Richard. Sorry. I want to help you. I want to help both of you. What do you think? And he's kind of holding his arms out to kind of show off his very cleanly organized historical society.
It is an impressive collection of history you have here, sir.
That
Just
and it's the
care about this
cleanest place
town.
we've been.
It's hard to keep things clean here. Thank you. It's very hard to keep things clean. Everything gets covered in a thick oil, a grease the creatures like to eat off of.
I saw that at the hospital.
Yeah. You saw the grease.
There was a film on the brand new plastic.
Yes, it starts off like a powder. Where's your hospital?
Not here, friend. We walked through a door and found ourselves here.
I worry. But first, let me show you. And he walks over to one of the walls. You see the first painting. There's a plaque. Well,
I'm gonna read the plaque.
it says libations from the wicked. There's a painting above it that's a rusty watercolor painting of rows of pews with rows of feet hanging from above the painting. And there's a shadowy figure that holds a chalice above their head in a ritualistic manner. Underneath, there's a display case that has a broken wine bottle inside of it.
Cool art.
Yes. Cool art. It's very old. Come. The next painting here. I think you're going to like this one, Henry. The plaque says, beginning to belong. Their faces close to one another, biting and gnashing at each other's skin. Each of the faces are glowing a red hue. And inside of the display case is a rose. Do you see?
Again.
The roses are beautiful.
Yeah. And the painting again. Good artist.
Yes, very, very good artist. They didn't sign it. They never do here. But yes, beautiful rose. Please come witness the next seal, the next painting. He walks over to the other wall. And this one says crashing through the birth canal. There are two seated figures sitting in identical thrones, screaming with wide gaped mouths and bright red eyes. There's a display case underneath with a set of car keys. Unbroken, this one is. Do you see?
I don't really understand why it's displayed with car keys.
Would you like to?
I mean, sure.
The keys represent an opening of doors. And these two have passed through that opening in such a way, so violent, but yet very beautiful. The bright
Do these
red
two
lights.
have a name?
I'm sorry?
Do these two have a name?
You know, oftentimes I like to name these two. My brother used to call them Ozzy and Harriet. What would you like to name them?
Harold and Maude.
Harold and Maude. How about you, Henry? How about you, Henry? How about you, Henry?
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead. I like it. Beavis and Butthead, yes. Yes. Two doofuses smashing through a window. Come, you're going to love this one. This one's my favorite.
Gonna move closer to Dahlia as we view this last one.
Oh yeah, you're gonna feel my nails kind of slightly digging into your arm, because I trust this guy, but he's starting to flip me out too.
He points up to the final painting. This one actually has a frame that is a Baroque gilded golden frame, very ornate, with a thick black border around it. Museum glass in front of it. The plaque says "Coming home for the first time." And it is a picture, a photograph, a print of a photograph of Delilah laying in a hospital bed with a body floating.
Who's Delilah?
Dahlia. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dahlia laying in a hospital bed. Oh, what a rookie mistake. And a body floating above Dahlia, pouring blood all over her and all over the sheets and flooding the room, almost up to the top part of the bed.
Sir.
What kind of sick joke do you think this is, sir?
Yeah, where did you get that painting? Because I don't recall posing for this.
Oh, this is not a painting. This is a view. The Godhead has opened it up and allowed us to see, for you now have eyes to see, because she up here, up there, just look, she has given you eyes to see.
I'm gonna look up there.
I'm not falling for that one.
So, Henry, you're not looking, and Dahlia, you're going to be looking up. The wood has given way to a opening. Splinters of wood sticking left and right, up and down, shattered and splintered. You can see a face emerging from the top of the building, as if you're tiny little dolls. And this face is looking down at both of you with a look of horror. The eyes are rolling around hysterically around in their sockets. There's a painful grimace on her face of fear. Dolly, it's your face.
Tugging on Henry's scrubs, like pointing up, like,
Is it?
dude. Literally me.
I don't know if I should be taking my eye off this guy.
Are you gonna look? Or are you gonna? What would you like to do, Henry?
I'm gonna look, but I'm gonna look quick because I don't. This bastard is a picture of my companion that's sick.
Before you do, I'm gonna need you, Dahlia, to roll plus willpower to keep it together.
All right. Willpower. Let's see. And we do not have disadvantage to that. Sweet. 12.
12. Well, you become very sad. -1 stability, please. The look on your face on the ceiling, the sound of the breathing, it sounds almost as if she is very upset. She is crying. It sounds like she's upset, which
Why
makes
is it
you
that?
upset. You definitely hear the breathing, but the breathing to you is quickened, panicked. And you're going to look up. And so does Richard. He's looking up as well.
Why am I so sad?
I need you to roll to keep it together, Henry. Or, better yet, roll plus illusion. Plus soul.
I've got a 10.
You've got a 10. All right. You know what this is. You know that Dahlia's face is the face above yours. It's one and the same. It's the same face.
And on the painting.
And on the painting, they're all the same face. There's a realization. Something funny has been going on here. What do you think that realization would be, Dr. Henry?
This
What's
is all
common
you.
thread?
This is your doing.
No.
Ever since I met you, ever since I got this note to meet you downstairs, things have been going absolutely insane.
But I didn't do any.
You're
of
on the
this.
painting.
Yeah.
Someone took time to paint that.
Uh,
And now you're above us like some... What is this? This is all you. It's all some sick thing involving you.
No. I'm really confused, and I don't understand. Richard, dude, why? Can you explain
God.
anything?
This is God.
I am not God.
Dahlia, you are. We have been waiting a lifetime, generations for you to come, for us to witness your witnessing.
Oh, well, that's just your lucky day, isn't it? You had
Yes,
to
it
drag me
is.
along.
No, not lucky. What about this reads lucky to you? This is terrifying.
Was there even a Heather? I mean, what is this?
Yes, Heather's my best friend.
Dahlia, oh, yea, God will come, and the coming shall assist. The assistant shall not believe, and the assistant shall perish. The great God, Dahlia Heather, will come and bless us with all of her witnessing, the witnessing of herself, for she experiences existence through all of us.
No,
That is the book of
You're both
Heather.
cracked.
no. No. Assistant does not perish. He's the only person in this forsaken place that I am trusting.
I am but a small man, a slob, in the presence of the Lord.
No.
Hey, Lord, why don't you tell this guy that
What do
you're
you want me
Lord,
to
right?
tell him? I mean, I guess to this guy I'm Lord, so tell me, what do I need to tell this guy to get in?
To get you the fuck out of here.
Okay. Servant of me.
Yes, God?
How do I and my companion get back to home?
You have created all of this. There's only one
Ah,
way.
I
There's a,
assure you I have not.
I cannot save you. You're God, and you're everywhere. Your friend, I have tried to help, but he decided to come as a sacrifice.
Not a sacrifice. Not a sacrifice. We don't sacrifice.
I understand that you're not quite in the understanding of understanding yourself.
As you're talking, I'm going to walk over to the display with the broken wine bottle.
What are you going to do with that?
Going to inspect it.
You do that. It's just a piece of square glass on top of a table. Nothing too secure. Dahlia, the only way is through. You've come through the other side to us, and you've brought a sacrifice?
I
For we
did
are
not.
truly blessed.
I'm going to take the wine bottle out.
Lo, when the shepherd comes to reap, she shall extinguish the life of all of us in order to extinguish the life of herself. It's all a circle. Circles within circles. Dahlias within heathers.
I would
I
like
assure you
to.
I'm going to be doing no sort of reaping, no killing, none of that. I am not a homicidal maniac.
It is not homicide when you are sacrificing yourself. We're in the Aeon, the New Age. God no longer is killed by us. No, God kills itself while killing us all. Slowly.
Let's chicken before the egg this one. And I pull the wine bottle out of his thing and go to rush at him for the most vulnerable parts of the human body that I've studied for a number of years.
As you're running, the breathing and becomes intense. The head above you starts drooling. It's hard for her to keep so much saliva in her mouth as she's nervously salivating and pouring a torrent of water over everybody. It feels like it's raining inside. The crying and the weeping has continued and gotten louder. The sirens you could start to hear on the outside. There's a shaking of the walls, and it almost feels like This building is alive and does not want you to charge Richard. But alas, you are rolling for violence. You are choosing violence. You're taking violent means for a hopeful, peaceful end. And let's see where this goes.
You woke up today and you chose violence. And that's beautiful.
I got a 10.
You got a 10. Okay. You do stab him a couple of times.
What the shit?
And
It's
then
him or us.
And then you feel hands on your neck. Large, strong hands. The bottle is stuck on the side of him, inside of him. There's blood pouring out of the spout of the wine bottle, and he is standing up, carrying Dr. Henry up on his toes.
I'm gonna start like sissy slapping his arm. Stop it! Stop it!
Use the
Stop!
knife! The knife!
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull out the knife and just like hamstring this mofo.
You're gonna cut the back of his. That's clever. Can you roll, please? That's clever. I like that. So you're grabbing the knife and you're sliding it across the back of his ankles.
Yep, I saw it once in a movie called Hostel.
Great movie.
Great movie. Oh no. That is a 7.
That is a 7.
That is a 7.
Well, you you cut the fleshy, muscly part of his legs. It's very strong. They could see the slits open up, and it doesn't bleed at first. In fact, you just see white, and then it starts to bleed. And there's something far more alarming of being able to see the inside of a human being before they start bleeding. But even though he's bleeding, and even though God is raining down upon you, he still does not stop squeezing. Dr. Henry, what are you going to do? You could still breathe just a bit. There is an action that you can make.
I have scissors on me.
Yeah. Now, question. Those scissors, you could easily get them from your pocket. Normally, they're meant for surgical means, or at the very least, emergency means when you're walking around the hospital.
Cutting close up people who are in need of medical attention.
What are you going to target those scissors at? Are you targeting towards Richard, or are you targeting towards God?
Richard's been assaulted in ways that would normally kill anyone. God, it is.
God, it is. How are you going to do that? Describe the action. Describe what happens.
Gotta reach God. Or can I throw the scissors?
You can throw them. Up?
Yeah.
You don't need to roll. You throw all of your might. Wing the scissors up. And they flip. Spinning in the air. And Richard sees this and he drops you. And as he's watching the scissors go up, he's screaming, "No!"
It's all cycle, Richard.
The scissors stab right in the corner of the eye of God. Dahlia, you don't feel it in your eye. What do you do?
I, as a player, am overwhelmed.
Do you want to roll to keep it together? Because
Yeah.
I think you're overwhelmed and there's a lot happening.
Yeah,
And
because
so trying to figure out what you want, what you need to do, what you have to do, there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. I mean, I've just found out I'm God for some reason. I'm watching myself go haywire on the ceiling. I'm in a painting. I've just witnessed. There are things. There are several hazards.
Yeah, and like Rowan said, this has been a day.
This has been a day. Plus coolness. Is this coolness?
Plus willpower.
Yeah.
Willpower. Okay, so
Oh.
15.
15.
Mhm.
You're taking solace in the fact that the scissors have quite literally entered the face of God, your face, and you have not felt it.
So I'm also going to touch my eye and see if I am bleeding.
You're not, but she is. She's bleeding a lot. It's not just tears and saliva that's raining upon you. No, now it's raining blood. She's spraying blood out of the corner of her eye like a lizard. And you feel the weight of the brick inside of your pocket. What are you going to do?
Gonna throw my brick at my own face because, hey.
You're going to throw the brick up, or are you going to smash your face with the brick?
Oh no.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what you meant.
Throwing the brick upwards.
Okay.
Because obviously what affects me does not affect her, and what affects her does not affect me.
Yeah, so why would you smash your own face with a brick?
It's a nice face.
Yeah, it's a very nice face. Don't mess that face up. Mess her face up.
Exactly.
Richard is screaming. I need you to act under pressure. Roll coolness, please.
Alright. So that's a +1 for me, so let's see.
While she's rolling, Henry, what are you doing?
Whatever I just did has had an effect.
Yeah.
It seems like this thing, this Richard, he's tied to it somehow. We need to hurt this thing. God, this fucking Dahlia. Not him. I'm going to pull the bottle of wine that's broken, stuck inside of his side, and pull it out. And then try to hurl that up at the face as well as it's screaming and crying, trying to get it right in the throat, if I can.
Richard panics. He's screaming, "No, no, God, no, no, no!" And he's trying to panically take it away from you. And you throw it up, and he tries to jump to stop it, but he can't. It's a fruitless task. I need you to roll for coolness, please. Let's act under pressure here. And I want to know what you rolled, Dahlia. What did you get as you're throwing your brick?
It's a 15 again.
It's a 15. It's almost as if this is what's supposed to happen. The brick flies and flips, and you see an image on the brick. A symbol. A round, familiar, occult-like symbol that gives you a warm feeling of redness and a hot feeling of anger as it smashes into the face of God.
Well, fuck me, I guess.
Henry, what did you get?
I got an 11.
Got an 11. Okay. You throw it. It slashes the side of the face of God, pouring more blood, but not really doing any kind of real damage. It doesn't really seem to stick in it like the scissors do. It's really a very minor flesh wound, but the brick.
An abrasion.
Mm-hmm. The brick smacks God flat on the face, right on the symbol. And everything goes black. There's a beeping. Just once. One beep. One singular point. One thing to hold on to. Just for a moment, that beep becomes the voice of God. Are you dead? Are you coming on the other side and this beep is like the ding of the elevator, the bell of the gas station door. The beep happens again. There's a second beep. One singular point turns to two, a movement between 2 points, 2 people walking through a blackness. There's a third point, a triangulation. Shapes emerge from the darkness. Dahlia, it's cold and white and sterile. Your mouth is dry. There's something in your nose or throat. You have you can't quite move your hand really. Everything feels stiff. You can feel your stomach rumbling. The beeping continues. It gets faster and faster. Your eyes become less blurry. You can see many different points on the ceiling of the tile. The beeping becomes faster. You start hearing a breathing. Is it your breathing? You can't rub your eyes, but you can't really quite move your hands up to your face. Something stops you from doing that. But you can turn your head. You could look right towards the breathing, towards the beeping, and you could look left towards the emptiness. Dahlia, which way do you look?
Towards the breathing.
Towards the breathing. You turn and you look. And you feel eyes on you, Henry. And it's hard to breathe. You're struggling. It's so loud in here and so bright. You could still hear the screech of the tires. You could still feel the shattered glass in your face. You still have that taste of wine in your mouth. Then blood. It's hard to swallow. You feel eyes on you, but you can't move, really. Henry, how do you feel?
Trapped in my own body.
Dahlia, how do you feel when you see a person wrapped in bandages, stained in blood, and that blood is spreading on the sheets? That beeping is getting faster and faster. How do you feel?
Like I need to scream help.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm going to try and scream anything.
You're going to scream help?
Help.
Henry. I'm sorry. Heather. God welcomes you with a voice loud like trumpets. Help. Come. Welcome home. There's a light that shines from above you. Come through the other side. Henry, where do you go? Heather, where did you go?
Nowhere.
Do you stay?
Yep. It's my hospital.
It's your hospital, Heather. Dahlia, do you scream again?
Yeah, just help. Anybody.
Nobody can help, Heather. As the door closes, the lights shut. The beeping stabilizes. And Heather, you're able to breathe. Just a little bit. It's my goddamn hospital. Right?
Yeah.
You made it. Both of you. You're alive. It was close. One celebration. That's all it took. And you almost landed yourself in Silent Hill for all of eternity. And now you're back in Ashland. And it's a long road to go to heal. But something tells me that both of you are strong enough to make it. This has been Kult Silent Hill. I have been your game master, Mark Q. Anderson, also known as Marchosius. These have been your players, Rick Wheeler, Rachael Lindman. This has been Virtual HorrorCon. It still is. We have one more day.
2021.
2021. Virtual HorrorCon 2021. We're raising money for Black Girls Code, and there have been people donating. And don't worry, we will keep you updated on who has won.
Closing ceremony?
Before we do this, I'm not sure. We'll talk about it in a second. But I want to give both of you an opportunity, first of all, to introduce yourselves again and let people know where people can find you.
Rachel?
Oh, thank you. My name's Rachael Lindman. You can find me on Twitter at SuperRatlord, and you can find me tomorrow at 9 a.m. playing Morkborg.
Yeah, Merkborg. Oh, you're in this game. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, I'm showing up in full corpse paint.
Yes!
With the scary contacts,
I'm so
everything.
excited.
Oh, I'm so excited.
How about you, Rick?
My name is Rick Wheeler, and I am part of Gehenna Gaming. You can find me on Twitter at oopsallsetite, as in the VTM clan. And you will find me tomorrow evening running Vampire the Masquerade Dark Ages V5, which is a continuation of our Vikings game from January 16th, run by storyteller Ellie Collins from Atlanta by Night, which Mark will be reprising Norfi, our Viking Malkavian seer, son of Loki.
I'm very excited about this game. I cannot wait for you to run it. I can't wait to play it. I'm going to ask you one more question, and then I'm actually going to pass it to somebody else because I think that they deserve an introduction because holy hell. I want both of you to tell me something that you enjoy about life. Something good, something funny, something bright, something nice. Rachael, even one thing? It can be even small. It can be teeny. It doesn't have to be huge.
Yeah, I've got something small, teeny, and is an asshole.
What's that?
My cat Daedalus. He's a sphinx, and he's been outside this door the entire time, like just bitching at me to let him in while I'm filming, and he's wonderful.
An adorable sphinx cat. This is the hairless cat. I want one so bad.
Oh God, yeah. Mind you, they have horrifying buttholes. They're always out.
Is that true? Oh, I didn't even think about the buttholes.
Oh God, they're always there staring at you.
What about you, Rick? Give me something good. Doesn't have to be huge. It could be small or big.
I love telling stories, playing characters with awesome friends.
I do as well. I love telling stories with amazing people. Speaking of amazing people, Mr. Brother Wesley, Wes Franks of Carrion Comfort Studios, was our producer for this. And oh my God,
Thank you, Wes.
you
So
did
good.
so good.
He put in
Friend.
crazy good sound effects. He's such a
Broke
gentleman.
everyone in chat with that siren.
Yeah, we love our friend Brother Wes.
So if you want, Wes, you can speak from the ether, and let people know what you got going on with Carrion Comfort Studios, because that's what we're watching right now. It's the channel that we're on.
God, I'm done with enough of those motherfuckers for one evening. Werewolf.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah.
Mhm. They're in
Yep.
chat too. Fantastic people. Ooh, good player. Love her.
That's gonna be a great game, and definitely I hope everybody tunes into the Jurassic Park game, because it's technically after the closing ceremony. We, but stay tuned for all the other stuff afterwards too. Closing ceremony doesn't end Virtual HorrorCon. It ends with the awesome actual plays that we have at the end of the day.
Yep.
So
One more thing.
This has been Virtual HorrorCon, brought to you by Drive-Thru RPG and Astral Tabletop. Definitely go follow them. I'm pretty sure at this point you can't really not know about Drive-Thru RPG if you play tabletop. But if you don't, go check it out. There's a lot of really cool, awesome community content and everything else. Astral Tabletop is an amazing competitor to some other shall remain nameless virtual tabletop platforms. So go check that out.
A lot of good tools.
Yeah, great tools. And also, we are also sponsored by Helmgast, along with a bunch of other sponsors as well.
The Onyx Path, Vajra
Enterprises,
Savage Studio Productions. Yeah. Tomorrow we also have a game. One of my best friends in the chat decided he wanted me to plug it as well. Orpheus is tomorrow at 9 a.m. with Big Damp Dad. Fantastic GM, wonderful guy. So that's going to be a good time. Tomorrow is stacked with good stuff, and I'm so excited. It's
going to be really good. Definitely, there's one more day, and let's enjoy that day. There's all sorts of cool stuff. Go to virtualhorrorcon.com to check it all out. I have been Mark Q. Marchosius. This has been Kult Silent Hill. I'm part of Gehenna Gaming. This has been Carrion Comfort Studios. And Wes, what do you say? Is it?
You see it there. It's in your dreams. That town, Silent Hill. Comfort comes soon.
Ooh. Good night, everybody.
Night.